We are live. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Says 6 people in here with nobody. I don't see nobody. But what up to the people? Trevion McClinton, you the first I see. What up, brother? You should give us the real like you do. We gonna see, brother. We gonna see. What up, Summer Breeze? Dwayne Hicks. Keep It Real Ministries. Legend of Naga Chart. Legend of Naga. Legend of Naga Charlie. Ishmael Timbo. Divine Sunshine. What's that? Sandalphon? 1329. What up, Mrs. B? Elijah Almec Bay. True Knowledge. What up, Kevin Wise? Immortal 9. What up, bro L. Wise? I heard you only scored a 97 on the test this week, man. You better get in there and get 100 next time. You understand me? Kissed by the Sun. What's cracking? Ron Spinks. Mary Lane. What's cracking? BYG Mac. What's cracking? Roger G. Christopher Perkins. What up, dog? Got you, True Knowledge. Jonathan Ogletree. Man, my eyes is off today, y'all. Dr. Sinister, Toby Robinson, what up? Roderick Roche, what up, brother? MD Marksmanship. Excuse me. What is that? Albert Torres, Ruth Thompson, what's cracking? King Lemuel Productions. Moore L. Bay. What's that? True the 8. That legend, I got you, Legend of Naga. Kevin Corbin, Chaz McFly, what up? Say what's up to Marty for me. Travis Bailey, Micah L, what's cracking? What's that? Nisut Shunara. I got you, Lance and Atun. What up, Kevin Corbin? Appreciate you for the cash app. You already started. Thank you, brother. That's going towards the chicken shawarma today, baby. All chicken shawarma today. All chicken shawarma. Everybody, let me know if you can hear the mic, please. Can you guys hear the mic? Is it on? Is it good? Just making sure that we all good. Put a 1 or a finger up if you can hear me on the. We good? All right. Word. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for showing up on this Saturn's Day. Couple of weeks out before this crazy ass shit, the whole damn shit flip, y'all. We don't know what's gonna pop off. Are we gonna have an election? Probably not. They probably gonna do some crazy shit to stop the election, but we don't know. But we here for it. Just saying, get prepared. But thank y'all for showing up. Make sure everybody take your shoes off, because a lot of y'all be in here just ear hustling. What'd you say? What'd you say? What am I doing in here? My shoes is on. Oh, brother, I didn't know you said take your shoes off. I thought you meant, when you get out. Oh, my bad, brother. No, take your damn shoes off when you come into the dojo. For the people who don't know, that means hit the like button, please. We got some class up in here, just like these Caucasian podcasts. They get all the damn support on their damn podcasts. How come melanated people can't get it? Well, we damn sure can, because we more conscious than they are. So hit the dang like button, you understand? Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for showing up. Anybody who ordered the package, the deal, I got my cards out. All the stuff is gone, so... the 5-card deal, the 5-card flashcard deal, that's over with. But I still do have the 2 decks of flashcards. If you ordered a Great Book of Melanin Research, you still get the 2 decks of flashcards with the whole police stop law package right here. So make sure you still support. YouTube took me out of the profit program, so you can't super chat me no more. So you gotta go give me the Cash App, or you gotta go support. This is the best way to do it. To support me right here, go to realnagas.com, get your Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. All of you should have it right now. All of the people who watch this dang podcast, or this show, I know it's not a podcast, I'm just up here telling you stuff on the weekend, but Every time I do this live stream, anybody watching this live stream, you should have this. This should be in your arsenal right here. We're going to talk about some stuff in here, dark matter. Excuse me, some new stuff came out. They tried to say dark matter don't exist, but they with the bullshit. But we're going to talk about it because you have dark matter. You walking around with it on your body, but they're going to say it don't exist. So make sure you go out and get the Make Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, and you will get the whole police stop law package for free. That's the Know Your Rights Manual, the Public Official Bonds book, the Police Stop Flashcards 1 and 2. Oops, damn, I just moved my camera over, damn. Police Stop Flashcards 1 and 2, and then Constitutional Rights Card and Qualified Immunity Card with the Qualified Immunity Notice right here. And this is what you keep in your car. You say, I don't answer questions. The Constitutional Rights Card tells the police officer what your rights are and what will happen when they violate your rights. And Qualified Immunity Card, you know about that right now. We're going to talk about some immunity. Trump is trying to get all immunity for police officers. He just tripled down on that shit this week. We're going to talk about it. So you better hurry up and get involved in this before he get in office. But right here, this lets them know they don't get qualified immunity when they violate your rights and they knowingly do it. So when you get them on camera and you tell them they're in danger of violating your rights before they do it on camera, you got them right here. So no matter if Trump tries to give them qualified immunity or give them more immunity or not, all right? So make sure you get out there and support. This is the way to really support real Nagas right here. Boom, you get this for free when you order the hard copy, Great Book of Melanin Research, all right? Again, realnagas.com. Also have all the cards and all that stuff on realnagas.com if you want to go over and get it. And all these people be asking me about my shirts, man. All my shirts are on the damn website. A lot of people, man, I love that shirt. That shirt is fire. That shirt is... Well, all the gear, all of the apparel is also on the website. So make sure you go patronize realnagas.com. I got the NAGA Knowledge Shop. That's where you'll find all the books and flashcards and tutoring and all that type of stuff. The status classes, all that stuff is in there. And if you want some of the gear, I got a bunch of the gear. Know Your Rights Foundation gear is over there as well. But if you want to just support Know Your Rights Foundation, you can go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and sign up so we can teach you the law for free right here. Boom. So you can get one of these beautiful certifications. This is the deal. We teach you the law for free, but then you have to go out and teach it to your family, your friends, excuse me, your family and your friends, everyone who wants to learn it. Because this is what we're out here for. We got to get our numbers up. This 1 million Johnny Cochran march we doing. The 1 million Johnny Cochran march. Remember the 1 million man march we had back in the day? They tried to say it wasn't 1 million people. It was way more than 1 million people. I was around. That shit was way more than 1 million people. They tried to cut it down. So only like a few thousand people showed up. No, it didn't. And more people gonna show up for this damn Know Your Rights Foundation class. That's right. You understand? We're gonna get it done because you need to know the law. On the serious side, you need to know the law. It is the police state is coming. No matter who wins, the police state is coming. The Democrats are going to try to take away your constitutional rights with your First Amendment and all the rest of that stuff. And Trump and them is going to try to take away your Fourth Amendment rights. That's your right to seizure, your to reasonable searches and seizures and all of that type of stuff, for not to be seized, or unreasonable searches and seizures. So he's coming for that. Kamala's coming for your First Amendment. Trump is coming for your Fourth Amendment. So, but Trump is, in the end of the day, even though they both full of shit, Trump is probably the better one because he's going to keep America intact. Kamala's going to try to hand America away. I think she's a sleeper cell, and we're going to talk about that also today. But make sure you get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, sign up as a volunteer so we can teach you the law for free so you can be part of this army when it starts to go down. And you don't be looking around like, damn, what do I do? I ain't got nobody to talk to. Well, we got a law army over here. We got a law nation, and the law is our language. So get over here, sign up, and you'll make sure you join. When you get the email, make sure you fill it out, the questionnaire, make sure you fill it out, send this back, and we will send you a time for an interview, okay? And if you come to this interview, make sure you are one of those ones who are self-motivated, because that's who we want right now. Don't come to the interview, waste all of our time, and then once you see the stuff that you got to do, these are just procedural things. You have to have discipline when you're in here. So there are a few things that you have to make sure that that you are on the up and up before we let you in here. So just make sure you do those things and you're in. All right. So appreciate you guys for supporting. I really do. And also, people hitting me with the Cash Apps all week. Thank you guys. Y'all been hitting him with the Cash App. You know, turkey burger donations throughout the week. I appreciate that because I've been using it for the turkey burgers. Appreciate you guys. Thank everybody who hit me with the Cash App throughout the weeks. Appreciate you guys for that. And then also, if you want status classes, please go to patreon.com/Real Nagas and sign up for the status classes. That's what we learn about how to take your status back from the government. The government. If you want to get out of the jurisdiction of the government, take your status back. This is where you learn how to do it over there. I have like 27 videos already uploaded, each about 3 hours each, so you can watch them at your own leisure, learn the law. When you're able to explain it to me, the paperwork, I will give you the paperwork for free when you sign up to the highest level. So there's no excuses. I need a law army. I don't need your money. All right. So appreciate you guys. Again, patreon.com/Real Nagas. And also the Cash App for people who want to donate. Cash App is Real Nagas, the number 9. So thank you guys. And the last thing I got to support on this is weed juice. Make sure you go out and hook up the homie Timmy Tight Top on the weed juice side of the game right here. This is the strawberry lemonade. I'm out of weed juice, man. I only got 2 left. Timmy Tight Top. Where my juices at, man? Where are my damn juices? So make sure I get my juices next week, Timmy Tight Top. Well, I don't know. I may not be able to promote you next week, brother. But right here, please make sure you go support him. This is the strawberry lemonade, strawberry, apple, pear, and lemon off the chain in those combinations. And then right here, boom, we have the Black Magic. Should be called barbecue water, but it was called barbecue water. He changed the name. I don't know why he changed the name, but this is activated charcoal, lemon, alkaline water, ginger, and agave. So it actually tastes good while the charcoal draws all the toxins out of your body, and then you can excrete it. You just expel it when you go to the bathroom. So make sure you get over there, weed juice. The number, if you want to call him for the juice, is 323-776-2587. Again, 323-776-2587. Tell them you saw it on Real Nagas, and the code is 5OFF-JUICE. All right, the code is 5OFF-JUICE, and he will hook you up. All right, appreciate you guys, and really make sure you guys get out there and support. Again, the apparel, you guys be talking about how dope the shirts are, but you never go to the dang website and buy no shirts. So the shirts, I got hundreds and hundreds of shirts on the website, you guys. So you can go over there. I got so many things: Real Nagas, the Know Your Rights Foundation shirts, the Magoose 9 shirts. I got everything over there. So make sure you go and support. And then there was a brother in the chat last week. His name was Q. That's all I just saw him, man. It's Q. I don't know what your name is, Quincy or whatever. But he was saying he downloaded all of my live streams because I haven't deleted my live streams yet because just been busy. But I'm about to do it real soon. And he said he recorded all of my live streams and he has them in Google Drive. So please hit me up, man. Hit me up at realnagas.com. You said you sent me an email, but I didn't see it. So just send me another email, realnagas.com, so we can hook up, and then I can get access to the Google Drive where you have all the lives. And appreciate you for doing that, man. That took a lot of work, so I appreciate you for downloading all those lives. And anybody else who did that. I saw somebody else also in the comments. I don't know if you're the same person, but I saw someone in the comments, not the live stream, that said they also did the same thing. So anybody who has downloaded the live streams, all my live streams, please hit me up, realnagas@gmail.com, so that we can hook up. Because I'm probably going to have to delete these in a minute, just to reset my YouTube channel because they tripping. So appreciate you guys on that. Thank y'all, man. All right, everybody. Let's get into it. So we're on the brink of war again, as we seem to be. Every damn week we come back. Seem to be some new shit that happened that got us closer to war. Whole bunch of stuff is going on. This is why I say, is the election going to happen? Because there's so much stuff popping out here. So you got Biden. This is all the things that are saying that we are probably about to do it. Go to war. So Biden ships a major load of defensive missiles over to New Khazaria. That's one thing that happened this last week. Then Taiwan, they bought a bunch of defense missiles from the U.S. because they think China is about to attack them over in Taiwan. Then China and they doing this because China started performing military operations around the Taiwanese border. This shit is about to pop off. They see Trump is probably about to get up in the office and they like, we got to strike now, bitch. So you got all of these things popping off. And then obviously the war over in Ukraine. Yo, cuz I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. My sentiments go out for you and your pops. So hit us up, man, and let us know what's going on with your family. And make sure you get back over to Police Stop Law class because we miss you in there, girl. Miss you, cuz I. So appreciate you. And anybody else who want to hit the Cash App, please do so because there's no super chat anymore. They took it away from me because they said I was being bad. I went against YouTube rules. So you want to hook me up, just do the Cash App. Cash App the number 9. Real Nagas the number 9. So appreciate you. So we got all that going on this week. So we got New Khazaria, we got Lebanon. Oh man, who was that? Yo, appreciate you again, cuz I thank you, girl. Hold on, did you? Oops. Sorry. So just get at me, cuz I know you've been dealing with some stuff. So hit us up. Hit me up. So Lebanon, Taiwan, China, Ukraine. It is going down, y'all. And they're about to do it because Trump is about to get into office. And they're making their last ditch play for what's about to happen. So we're on the brink because Trump is about to get in. Then Putin, he came out and he said that the Westerners, because he on one right now because NATO is giving missiles to long-range strike missiles to Ukraine or no old Khazaria. And Putin was like, if any one of them missiles hit us that was given to you by NATO, it's on and popping. That's what he's basically. If any one of them damn missiles given to Ukraine by NATO or America hits on one of our cities, and when they shooting long-range missiles because they're trying to get into Russian cities, right? Where inhabited cities, where civilians and shit live. So he said if one of them hit us, it's on and popping, my nigga. It's on and cracking. Look, what's up? And Putin is like, what's up, bitch? So it's on and cracking if one of them missiles hit. So this is why I say it is ramping up. And they only got 2 more weeks before this damn election. And you see how crazy it's getting. It is going down. But Putin, he came out and he said, the Westerners have been feeding their bellies with humans. What do you mean by that? Again, Westerners have been feeding their bellies with humans and stealing all of their money. The end is coming near for the vampires. That's a quote from Putin. What the hell is Putin talking about, y'all? What's Putin talking about? Because, again, the Westerners have been feeding their bellies, or filling their bellies, actually, is what he said. They've been filling their bellies with humans. Yo, Pauline, I can't say your last name. Nduwimana? I hope that's it. Please forgive me. Hey, Pauline, appreciate you. Thank you for the shawarma donation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm damn sure gonna get it after the live stream too. But what does Putin mean? What does he mean by filling their bellies with humans? Do Putin know something about some type of ritual, maybe? Some Molochian ritual? Some little break dancing for Moloch ritual that they don't, that's allegedly out there. Does Putin know something that we don't know? Because he said, filling your bellies with humans. Whoa, that's kind of distinctive. Then he called them, the end is near for the vampires. Okay. Putin is on one, y'all. Putin is on one. And so, like I said, if NATO launches missiles, if when any one of them missiles hit in their town, it's on and cracking. They're already doing nuclear drills. They're having nuclear bomb drills, nuclear blast drills over in Russia. So y'all know, preparing just in case. They're running scenarios like, what would it be? What would it be like if we lost a third of our people? 1/3 of the percent of our people, of our population. How would we still run Russia? If because like if they launch some shit and then America launches some shit and NATO launches some shit and blows up half of their shit, they're like, if we get taken out, if part of our infrastructure gets taken out, then how can we still operate? So they doing some real damn calculations over there. Putin ain't playing, and they just tripping. They still on one. They still on they mashing out bullshit. So we see where this going, because Putin also incorporated the help of North Korea. 12,000 troops from North Korea have went over to Russia. So now he got North Korea involved. He got North Korea involved in the shit. And this means you got Putin or Russia, China, and North Korea are now allies. North Korea and China been allies for a minute. Also, Russia and China on some other shit, but separately. Excuse me. But now they brought North Korea into the mix. So now they're like the three amigos. Anybody remember the three amigos? Anybody remember the three amigos? We are the three amigos. That's a funny movie, y'all. If you never seen the Three Amigos, that movie is goddamn hilarious. But they the three amigos now. Russia, China, and North Korea. So this shit is crazy. And then Biden is sending another $425 million over to Old Khazaria, Ukraine. You might call them Ukraine. I call them Old Khazaria. Another $425 million 2 weeks after sending them $8 billion. 2 weeks after sending $8 billion. And they've given the hurricane victims somewhere between like $27 and $40 million for hurricane relief. But they get another $425 million on top of the 8 they just got 2 weeks ago. This shit is crazy, but they ain't no money for you. And then the way they justify the shit, they be like, well, that's coming from a different fund. That's a different bank account. Motherfucker, you better go to that bank account and move some money over here then, bitch. I don't want to hear that shit. It's all American people's money. I want to hear, well, we separated it so it's its own thing. It's segregated. We put it over here by itself. It has to grow by itself. Like, nigga, no. What the fuck is you talking about? You ever see that movie with Will Smith? What is it? I Am Legend? Where your money is I Am Legend in the bank account. It's by itself. It's its own thing. It has to grow and it has to be by itself. No, motherfucker, if you don't move money from that bank account over to this goddamn bank account, bitch, we gonna have a fucking problem. You gonna be I Am Legend in a minute, bitch. You got 425 more million. Now they say it's $425 million in weapons, but it's not in weapons because we're giving them weapons away and America has to replenish those weapons. With what? Money. With whose money? Taxpayers' money. So it still is giving them $425 million. So this is the bullshit. This is the bullshit. They'll tell you, we ain't got no money. Money? What the fuck is money? We ain't no money. No, what? Money? What really is money? Do we need money? Because the universe is abundant. Anything you want is at your service. It's at hand. All you have to do is ask the universe for it. So why the fuck are you coming to me for money, nigga? Don't ask me for the money. Ask the universe, fool. Like, nigga, wait a minute. Didn't I give you my money to hold for me and do stuff that benefits me? Wait, nigga, don't be bringing up that bullshit. nigga, once you release the money, it ain't yours no more. Nigga, nigga, you didn't read the fine print. You didn't read the fine print right there. Nigga says, once you give the money to the government, it's ours. It's right there. Look, let me use the magnifying glass. Look. It's like, nigga, it's right there in the fine print. Like, I didn't sign that. But you did. And then North Korea, they feel they about to go to war with South Korea because they just blew up a bunch of roads that connect South Korea and North Korea. So they getting ready. World War III, they trying to prepare, y'all, before Trump gets in there and tries to wheel and deal with everybody. Because you know that's what Trump gonna try to do. He gonna try to get in there and wheel and deal. What you need, my nigga? What you want? What you need? What you need? What you need? What you need? That's Trump. And the good is the art of the deal, because everybody wants something. So you want to make sure everybody, all right, let's deal. You may get a lot of what you want, but not everything. And that's everybody around the table. Everybody, you may get a lot of what you want, but you ain't gonna get everything. Is that cool? Is that cool? Is that cool? Is that cool? And so before he does that, they're trying to get back. They're trying to escalate all of these tensions around the world. Excuse me. They're trying to escalate all these tensions around the world so that he can't stop it. So this is crazy. We had a crazy ass time right now. Where the aliens at? Ain't the aliens? Don't we got the aliens to count on to stop the where the goddamn aliens at? Nigga, y'all need to hurry up. Cause they trying to fuck us up right now. So be prepared to keep an eye out. Make sure you load up on some food, get some dollars out of the bank, some 1s, 5s, 10s, maybe some 20s, but just make sure you stock up on low denomination bills. Hope you got your gold with you, because they may try to shut down the banks. Who knows? They don't want Trump in office. So whatever, they can do some crazy ass shit to stop him from getting back in office. They can do some crazy ass shit. We have no idea. You say, yeah, where the aliens at? Where they at? I need to know, goddammit. So I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna do some meditation to get the aliens, to get them to ramp it up, cause they trying to blow us all to high hell, y'all. So moving along, just be prepared. Don't be prepared. I'm not saying to put it out there that we're gonna have any type of conflict, but it's better to be prepared and not have it happen than to have it happen and you not prepared. So moving along, Kamala Harris had this bitch is having the worst interview luck of all time. Like, she is getting smashed on. The 60-minute interview, they smashed on her for that. Then she just did the Fox interview. Well, she did Charlemagne too, and she was full of shit on the Charlemagne. I don't know if y'all saw that. She did the town hall on Charlemagne. Charlemagne is the worst goddamn interviewer of all time. He's the ass kissingest bitch of all time. It's like you want to go hard on everybody else, but then when Kamala's right there, you want to ask her no goddamn hard questions. Nothing about her past, nothing about locking up black folks, nothing about trying to get a man killed who was innocent. You had the DNA that he wasn't the dude who killed the person, but you tried to get that dude killed twice. You don't want none of that shit. You tried to send innocent parents to jail for truancy because the state of California was lost like $1.5 billion on truancy. So just so y'all know, the reason she did that is because the state gets money for kids going to school from the Fed. So this is how the states work. For for government operations, state operations, a lot of times the federal government will pay for a lot of these programs or reimburse or match what the state is spending on this stuff. So if the kids ain't going to school, then that means the federal government is not giving up money. So they lost like $1.5 billion for kids, for truancy, for kids not going to school. So that's why Kamala, she did this big push. Is the money going to the state? Some of it, but you know damn well when that money comes in, a lot of that gets allocated for resources and expenses and all the rest of that stuff, so which funds her. So she basically took on this whole goddamn crusade against innocent parents having their kids out of school. And that mother who came out and broke it down, and her kid had sickle cell, and she got her arrested. Said the police came and had her handcuffed, and she was like, she went to the police because she said to the police, "Y'all really gonna handcuff me? Because my daughter," and her daughter was there sick and everything. The police understood this. She said they handcuffed her as they was taking her out of the house, and they said, "You need to go complain to Kamala Harris." That's what they told her. As she was being, so Kamala wanted to make an example of this lady, but chose the wrong person, because this person's child wasn't actually being truant. This person's child was damn near on death's door in the hospital. So she chose the wrong person, and then still tried to prosecute that lady for like a year to 2 years or something like that, where she lost her apartment. She was homeless. She lost her job. She ruined this lady's life. The girl had to go. They had to live in hotel rooms, and the girl was going to sickle cell. She was going to sickle cell treatments from the hotel. I mean, just Kamala fucked this lady's life up. And then quietly, the lady won, and they swept it under the rug. You didn't hear nothing about it. They dismissed the case because they knew they didn't have anything. They just kept trying to push, and then they kept asking her, "Do you want to take a deal? Do you want to do this? You want to do that?" And she was, "No, I ain't taking no deal. I didn't do shit wrong." This is what they try to do. They keep trying to punk you and bully you in the court system until you just give up because they know you ain't got no money, or you just tired and you don't want to do this anymore. And then they get a win on the books, and then you get off with a hand slap, but it's really not, because they've ruined your whole life this whole goddamn time. So that's what Kamala did. But on the interview, she didn't answer a goddamn question. And finally, it was the hardest interview she had, even though he could have went harder. But they gave him a 30-minute hard 30 minutes. And then she got there like 6 minutes late or 7 minutes late, which cut into that time. And then they cut the interview by another 5 to 7 minutes. So they barely had any time. The interview was like 20-something minutes or whatever. So she didn't answer a goddamn question. Every time he tried to ask her a question. So the border, how many people do you really think were let in? Do you think it was, 3 million, 4 million? How many people do you actually think crossed the border? Well, you see, Donald Trump, like, bitch, I didn't ask you shit about Donald Trump. I asked you, how many people do you think crossed the border? Well, Donald Trump, every time he asked her some shit. Donald Trump, Kamala, how you like your Cheerios in the morning? Well, Donald Trump, he came in and he stole all the milk. So I can't even eat cereal. Fuck, motherfucker. Like, wait a minute, Donald Trump is responsible for you not eating cereal? You goddamn right. Like, man, Donald Trump is responsible for everything? Like, I didn't know that. Well, he's always had his hand in something. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. This is what she kind of said. You know what I'm talking about. He was like, no, I don't. She's like, you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. You've been in office for 3.5 years, girl. What are you talking about? Trump is the problem. You know what I'm talking about. That girl crazy. Everything was but Trump. Yeah, Kamala can EAD. Not mine, though. But everything he asked her was about some shit she did, and everything was but Trump. Literally, The whole 20 minutes. She went back. Everything this nigga asked her, it was, but Donald Trump did this, and Donald Trump doesn't believe this, and Donald Trump is always breaking people apart, and he doesn't believe in bringing people together. And like, bitch, what are you doing? This is an interview about you. You always keep talking about Donald Trump. The whole plan is Donald Trump is the devil, and she not. Not that she's a queen, not that she's an angel or anything, but Donald Trump is the devil, and she ain't. she not quite the devil. She close, but not quite. So choose close to the devil, or you can actually choose the devil. It's just up to you. What you want? You want the actual devil, or you want the devil looking like? So that's where they at. that's where she was all goddamn night. Absolute insane. Then they asked her about the transgender surgeries for transformer surgeries for inmates, and she went right back to, but Donald Trump, like, they showed her a clip of her saying this on the camera during an interview. They showed her a clip of her saying she supports transformer surgeries for inmates. They showed it to her, and they came back and they said, do you still take that position? Well, Donald Trump, it was Donald Trump's, Donald Trump once used it. Donald Trump, like, bitch, what the fuck? This is you on screen. I don't see nothing like, you don't look shit like Donald Trump, bitch. That look like you. Unless that was one of them Mission Impossible masks or some shit, and they cut the nigga legs off to make him in your height, and they put him in one of them Tom Cruise Mission Impossible masks. Other than that, bitch, who? I'm asking you about you. That's you on that screen, ain't it? That's you right there, ain't it? That ain't you. Who was that, Kamala? Who was that? And she was trumpety trump, the Trump nigga. She even pulled out a goddamn trumpet out of her goddamn back pocket. She said, she started playing a trumpet. Everything was Donald goddamn Trump or trumpet. That bitch is crazy. She pulled out the goddamn horn, started playing the trumpet. Trumpety Trump. Then they said, well, do you still support transgender surgery for illegal immigrants and prisoners? I'm going to follow the law. Again, do you still support surgeries, transformer surgeries for illegal immigrants and inmates? I'm going to follow the law. Well, your vice president, No Balls Walls, he supports these policies. He's even implemented some of these policies in his own state. Do you agree with the policies that he's implemented in his state? And do you plan on implementing those policies when you get it? I'm going to follow the law. We heard that, bitch. You're going to follow up. Great. Are you going to implement new laws that will make it legal for you to do this? I'm going to follow the law. Like, okay, crazy as hell. We're going to follow the law. Whatever the law is, me and Tim Walz, we're going to follow the law. I didn't ask you that. Are you going to try to implement new laws? But he didn't follow up. That's what he should have asked her. But he didn't say that. He should have asked her that. So her interview was terrible again, and immediately her stock dropped. Now, I think that means they're going to really cheat. And everybody out here talking about, oh my God, Kamala's stock is dropped. She crashed. She's burning. Her campaign is falling and blah, blah, blah. It's crashing, burning right now. Nigga, that usually means that person gonna win. when it's fuckery like that before the thing, that person usually wins. That's what they were saying about Trump in 2016, that his campaign was flailing and falling and this and that. Now, is she gonna win legit? No. Hell no. I believe, gotta say that, I believe they gonna steal the shit out of this bitch. They is gonna steal. They gonna be Hamburglar times 10 on this bitch. They is gonna have the mask on and the cape and all of that with the little beret hat shit like that. They gonna come in and they gonna steal this whole shit. Allegedly. So then moving along, still with Kamala, the Kamalian. She wants to give. She came out with a new plan. She been trying to mash out. She came out with a new plan. Because she had to come out with something because after Barack Obama went out and scolded the niggas, you know, we got a problem, you know, and it's kind of specifically with the brothers. You don't say brother like that. It's with the brothers. Like, nigga, you don't walk around talking like that, Barack. Stop the bullshit. And, you know, to me, it's kind of because it seems that, you know, you guys don't want to be told what to do by a woman. So he went out there and scolded the brothers, and the brothers went back and said, did you see the videos of them talking shit, them going back at Barack, them TikTok videos? This one nigga said, if you don't get your big head ass out of here, he said, if you don't get your big head ass out of here, nigga, and proceeded to clown. I mean, so many people clown Barack. It was hilarious. It was like a montage of people on TikTok clowning Barack Obama. That shit was absolutely hilarious. If you don't get your bitch ass out of here, Barack, we don't fuck with you, Barack. We don't fuck with you, nigga. That's what she was like. We know we don't fuck with you, nigga. You know we don't fuck with you. So that shit was funny. So Kamala had to come back out and she had to save it because, holy shit, they don't like Barack? Barack didn't work? Oh, fuck. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Well, give them some money. They like that shit. They liked it when Trump gave them some money, so give them some money. I'm going to give 1 million black small business owners $20,000, everybody. Everybody went crazy. And they was like, hold up. You think you can buy our vote, bitch? Is that what it is? You think you can buy our vote, huh? Because when it actually came out, when you saw it written down, and not just her saying it in an interview, because she was just like, yeah, we're going to give $20,000, 1 million loans of $20,000 to a million business owners. And they called forgivable loans. What is a forgivable loan? Meaning if you don't make the money to pay it back, then they can forgive it. They can just wipe it out. The only way you have to pay it back is if you make money off the venture, the business venture, right? So that's what a forgivable loan is. Now, when they finally pressed her on it, because you know Caucasians wasn't about to take this. What, bitch? What that bitch say? She gonna get what? $20,000 to a million niggas. Oh, fuck this shit. That bitch racist, blah, blah. They started going crazy, right? And the Caucasians, they start going, oh, no, this bitch is crazy. She gonna get what? That's racist. You ever see that little black kid? That's racist. That little black kid meme, that shit is hilarious. That's racist. They started doing that shit all damn day. So in the fine print, it says small business owners and others. Black small business owners and others. Others? Who's others? Kamala? Kamalian? Who the fuck is others? So again, trying to get the black vote, the melanated vote. So she had to put in there, because she had to come back and she had to recontextualize everything, because they came back and they smashed on her, said, you are racist, you can't make this shit up. So then she came back and she said, she said, the loans were open to everyone, right? So the loans are open to everyone. So not just niggas. So you know what that means. If it's 1 million loans that's going to be put out, and it's going to be black people and everyone, how many melanated people you really think going to get them loans? How many melanated people you think gonna get them loans? How many y'all? Out of the million loans she gonna give, if they open to everyone, not just niggas, supposedly niggas, but not just everyone. It said 2, 1, 2, 1, not any. That's hilarious. Not none, boom, boom. Yep. So nobody gonna get no goddamn loans. No niggas gonna get no loans. You know why? Because other races are much more they're much more disciplined, I would say this business-wise, and they're much more learned systematically on how to go about getting, or the process within the system. The systematic process of going about applying for these things. They're better at it. Yeah, the migrants, migrants. They're better at doing this stuff. So all of that money is, them $20,000 is gonna be given to mostly illegal immigrants. I promise you. When she put others in there, that means illegal immigrants. That means Haitians. That means Venezuelans. That means Mexicans. Probably some Chinese niggas. You know what I'm saying? Probably some Ukrainian niggas. For sure some Ukrainian niggas gonna get it. Because America blew up their country. So they owe Ukraine. They owe Ukraine and Haiti. And Venezuela, really, y'all. This is everything that's happening right now to America is America's own doing. They destabilized Ukraine, they destabilized Haiti, and they destabilized Venezuela. So as much as we want to complain about the shit, America did this. They destabilized all these countries on purpose to try to take them out, to try to take a coup, to try to take the countries over. So this is called karma. However, the people didn't do this. It's the ruling people in government. So this should be revisited on them. This karma should be coming back on them. And it is in a roundabout way, because now they have to answer for their actions and they can't really do it. And so now people ain't with their shit. But the resource backlash is experienced by the people in the system. The middle to low class and lower class people. This is who feels this shit. So even though it's America's karma, it should be the karma revisited on the politicians and not the people. So then she said she also wanted to legalize weed. Niggas smoke weed, don't they? That's what I heard. I heard niggas smoke weed. Yeah. Now you put them. She said that in one of the damn interviews, she said that she was an advocate for nonviolent crimes and people who smoked weed, when she actually put like 2,000 people who smoked weed in jail. She just be lying her ass off. And none of these people check her for this shit. But now she done threw 2,000 people, 2,000 brothers in jail for smoking weed. Now she want to make weed legal, y'all. So what about them 2,000 niggas you threw in jail? You got anything to say to them? Anything to say to them? The 2,000 niggas you threw in jail for smoking weed. Weed, just minor weed possession. All right. So the Kamalian is full of shit. But with this $20,000 thing, it'll never go through, because that's why she had to change it to others, because it's unconstitutional. You can't make laws for one single race. That's the Civil Rights Law, Civil Rights Act, 64. Yo, Lawrence Lee, appreciate you. Thank you for the CashApp. Yo, everybody, what up? The chicken shawarma donations. Hey, y'all better start hitting the chicken shawarma donation button. God dang it. Y'all gonna get me hungry after this damn live stream. I need some chicken shawarma. I need to inject it in my blood. But no, appreciate you guys for hitting the donation button, the CashApp. Remember, there is no super chat in here anymore, so it's easy to get used to that, not having the super chat. So make sure you hit the CashApp. Real Nagas, the number 9, if you want to support, because again, takes some energy to bring you all this information. And so if I got to spend time during the week doing other stuff, I can't bring y'all this information. So please make sure you get out there and support. But this is why they can't give you reparations. because reparations. Yo, Leah, appreciate you. She got a cheap piece of chicken. She put a donation with a piece of chicken. Appreciate you. That's funny. Uh, but the reason she can't give you, so this is a roundabout way of giving melanated people reparations. She was trying to go around the Mary Bush and the Mayberry Bush, whatever that shit is, and give melanated people reparations without actually doing it. But this plan will never be implemented because you can't create laws for one specific race. Again, that's discrimination. You can't do it. 14th Amendment and the 64 Civil Rights Act. You can't do it. That's why you melanated people will never get reparations. That's why it's a carrot. It's a big shiny gold carrot that they just wave in front of you every 4 damn years. It'll never happen, because if they did give you reparations, they would have no issue to run on anymore. Just like they'll never fucking codify abortion because they wouldn't have anything to run on anymore. Don't you understand? They use these are like barrels of fuel. Yo, Jerry Moore, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash out, brother. Put that on the shawarma for sure. But this is like fuel that they just keep stocked up in the warehouse. Every time they need it, every 4 years, they bring out the fuel in the case. They can't, give me the abortion fuel and bring me, two bottles of that reparations. Yeah, the unleaded reparations. Yeah. Now, yeah, you can bring me the premium, the premium abortion. Yeah, I want the premium abortion, unleaded reparations. Thank you. That's what they doing. And they come and they do this to you every year. Yo, Mizan Ali Kabir, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app donation. So it's not Saturday without me. Well, appreciate that. Yo, Van Stapleton, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app, brother. Thank everybody for hitting the donation button, the Cash App donation button. Appreciate y'all. So this is the lies that they're telling, and they had to put everyone in the mix, which is hilarious. Now she's gonna legalize weed for you, which that ain't gonna happen either, because they always need that as an issue to run on. Everything that they keep saying that they're gonna codify it in the law that you always want, you never got, is bullshit. They need it as an issue. And they're using it now as an issue. They literally need it for the shit that they're doing now, using it as an issue to push on, so that they can trick you into voting. So now, moving along, still with the new narrative from the Harris campaign is that Trump has dementia. Donald Trump has dementia. He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's saying. He stands on stage, he just looks at people. He's really messed up in the head. And I was like, wait a minute. 2 weeks before the goddamn election, you trying to convince people that Trump is crazy? Trump has got dementia? You doing this only 2 weeks now before the goddamn election? You trying to convince people that Trump got dementia? A nigga who can sit up and talk for 3 hours and clown people for 3 hours. Go to 3 goddamn campaigns in one day, talking for 7-8 hours a day, all damn day. This nigga got dementia? So if he got dementia, if you can recognize the dementia in Donald Trump, how come you can't recognize the dementia that was in Biden for the last goddamn 3.5 years? You didn't know Biden was crazy than a motherfucker? Wait a minute, Trump crazy, Biden okay. So if Trump has got dementia, what the fuck is Biden doing running the damn America right now? Because obviously he's worse than Trump. So if Trump got dementia, why is Biden in the damn office right now? See, she full of shit. She can't answer that. He's making decisions. He's there. He's very astute. He's in the middle of every decision and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, you are so full of shit. You are with this. She don't know what she want to do. This is why they say she's losing and her campaign is floundering, because she don't got nothing to run on, which means they're going to have to do a Hail Mary with the the smash and grab. They got to do a smash and grab on the election, y'all. You got to do the hijacking. So it is hilarious. She said, he won't release his medical records. So there's obviously something wrong. Because I released my medical records. And every president before has released his medical records. Why is he not releasing his medical records? Is there something he doesn't want us to see? I think there is. I think he has dementia. And it's really, it's far gone. Like, girl, shut your ass up. You got dementia with your unburdened by what can be unburdened by what has been asked. What can be unburdened by what has been? Huh? Yeah. What can be unburdened by what has been? Wait a minute. Like, what can be, okay, got that, unburdened by what has been. What the fuck that mean, girl? What the fuck is you talking about, Kamala? You just gotta, it's in there. You gotta go over it a little bit every now and it'll jump out at you. Just give it a chance. Read it about a few hundred times. Just listen to it a few hundred times. It'll get you. Like, girl, Trump got dementia. Okay. Great, Kamala. Trump got dementia. So, this shit is hilarious. And the last thing I got, because, actually a couple more things. Oh, also the reason she said that is because he was at his rally. He started dancing on stage because somebody had a medical problem, and he got the medical help, so the rally was stopped, or the like a town hall or whatever it was. It got interrupted, and so everybody was kind of up in arms and standing up. So he just said, "Hey, everybody, just play some music," because he wanted to bring the good feeling back, whatever. So he told them to play some music, and he started dancing. Now, his music choice is a little suspect. What was his music choice? You might ask. What was Trump's music choice to get the crowd jumping, to get it going? It's fun to stay at the YMCA. YMCA, yeah. We got everything. This nigga's in there. What the fuck is you doing, Trump? Niggas, YMCA, nigga. Do you know what that song is about, fool? Like, come on, Trump. Now, this is what I don't think he does know. I don't think Trump listens to music. And I think that was like the most popular music he probably can remember. I don't think he listened to music. I think that was like some shit when he did listen to music. That was out when he was listening to music. He said, "Oh, play YMCA." But nigga, YMCA is not the move, Donald Trump. The village people, you don't want to be copying them niggas. That shit was hilarious. And so he just started dancing on stage, he ain't got no rhythm whatsoever. He looked like he was driving a car or some shit, or pounding a drum. Like, what are you doing, bitch? But he got dementia because he can't dance, y'all. Then I would say every goddamn Caucasian person in the world got dementia. Every goddamn non-melanated person. No, I'm just saying, because some melanated people can't dance either. But if that's the case, most Caucasian people got dementia. Because all them motherfuckers, to me, or what's the Carlton? Anybody, y'all remember the Carlton? The Carlton, I used to be able to do that shit too. I can't do it no more. I think I could probably do it if I stood up and do it. But the Carlton, That used to be, see, for older people, before America's Best Dance Crew and all the rest of this shit, and everybody start copying hip hop and all that stuff. See, back in the day, if you can remember, Caucasian people couldn't dance. See, I can remember that when it used to be white girls had no ass and Caucasian people couldn't dance. That was a while back. It was such a joke. It was so prevalent. It was a joke all the time how white people couldn't dance. And white girls had no booty. So it was a major thing. So they started watching hip hop and stuff. They started being able to dance more after hip hop came out. They got a little more flavor in them. They started copying our crip walks and doing crip walk tutorials and shit. Which is crazy to me to watch a damn a nerd Caucasian girl with glasses in socks in her apartment that she paying $3,200 a month for, try to show you how to crip walk or give you a crip walk tutorial. But so they kind of can dance now, but back then they couldn't dance, and that was Trump. He was doing this YMCA bullshit. It's fun to stay at the wives. So that shit was hilarious. So moving along, Candace Owens. She has got it out for this bitch Kamala. You should have never went after Janet Jackson, girl. When you went after Janet Jackson, you fucked up. Or what my man say from Minister Society? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. So shout out to Bill Duke. But Kamala, Candace Owens said, you know you done fucked up, right? When you went after Janet, that's her girl. Janet Jackson is Candace Owens' girl. And you went after Janet. So Candace Owens, her last video, she been just doing the series. If you haven't seen the series of videos she doing expose Kamala's heritage, her background, her family, y'all need to watch that shit. I mean, we don't know who the fuck Kamala is. She has a theory though, and I'm inclined to believe her because she said, so she showed an interview in Jamaica. She has some Jamaican contacts out there, so she has some Jamaican investigators on the case. So in Jamaica, they went and found Kamala's or a lady in the town where supposedly Kamala's grandmother Beryl grew up. The woman she's supposed the melanated sister that she's taking a picture with in her book, and said that's her grandmother. But the death record said her grandmother died 4 years before Kamala was born. So if that was true, then there's no way that lady in the picture could have been your grandmother, right? So Candace been digging, and she found the lady who said she knew Beryl. So in the interview, the lady was some light-skinned Jamaican lady, and she was talking to this dark-skinned Jamaican lady. The dark-skinned Jamaican lady was the one who supposedly knew Kamala's grandma. And so they was talking about her and how she knew, because she knew her because she was talking about Kamala's uncle, her dad's brother, and all of this, and how the dad's brother had a motorcycle, which means they had money back in Jamaica at them times in the 60s. How this nigga had a Harley Davidson or something like that. So they had money. And so she started describing her, and she was like, so the lady pulled out that picture of Kamala standing next to that melanated chick, and she said, is this Beryl? And she said, no, that's not Beryl. She's like, wait a minute, that's not Beryl? That's not Kamala's? She said, no, that's not Kamala's grandmother. She said, well, what did she look like? She was a very fair-skinned, light-skinned, even close to Irish. This is what the lady said. She was very fair-skinned lady. She owned a store or whatever. So she had money. She owned some type of store. And she said she was very fair-skinned, even like Irish, looked more like she was Irish kind of. I was like, and what? So remember Kamala's dad told Judge Joe Brown that he's Hindu and Irish. He not black. He said he's Hindu and Irish, right? So this goes back to what the dad told Judge Joe Brown. And so the lady in the picture, so she showed her to another lady. She showed the lady who was supposed to be Kamala's father's grandmother. right? So Kamala's great-grandmother. She showed her a picture of Kamala's great-grandmother, and who was supposedly holding the father on the porch. And she was kind of light-skinned. And she said, well, since you said she was light-skinned, is this her? She was like, nah, that's not her. She's like, I knew her very well. We used to talk all the time, blah, blah, blah. That's not her. Neither one of them are her. So, man. So then Kamala proposed her theory that, again, how this rich family, how she was doing some background on them, and these rich families, this was not just her family. A lot of these families, these communist families back in the day, they used to infiltrate governments and then implement communism, or, introduce communism into these governments. And so this is what she believes Kamala's family is one of these families. Is one of these communist families, these rich communist families who try to hide their background. They like sleeper cells. And so they push them through politics with no real acumen for it. Some of them may have acumen for it, but most of them don't. And they push these communist policies all the way through, and then boom, they get up to the top and they implement them. So this is who Candace believes Kamala is, and I'm inclined to believe it, because goddamn. So then that shit is crazy. So shout out to Candace on that one. She is killing that girl. Then the last thing I got, the Kamala Harris masculinity commercial that came out when I told you last week, and I can deadlift 500 pounds and still braid my daughter's hair. I eat carburetors for breakfast. Like, nigga, you eat whole racks of lamb for breakfast, nigga. Do you see that fat nigga with the hat? Like, nigga, you eat whole sides of beef, nigga, for breakfast, nigga, with a cup of coffee. We know you ain't eating just carburetors. But some new information came out about that commercial. That shit is hilarious. So the writer of that commercial was the writer for Jimmy Kimmel. So Jimmy Kimmel's writer wrote that damn commercial, right? Then we talked about how zesty and fruitopian a lot of them niggas was in the in the interview. One nigga said, "I'm gonna give her my full-throated endorsement." Hey, nigga, no diddy. Pause on that, nigga. Your full-throated endorsement, nigga? What the fuck that mean? Nigga's an ovary gargler. He gonna be gargling them ovaries. So he's a full-throated, he gonna give her his full-throated endorsement. Nigga, no, don't say shit like that. You ain't supposed to, nah, nigga, don't say shit like that. So it comes out, one of the actors, and it might have been that guy, one of the actors is a bisexual porn star. Huh? Wait a minute. The bisexual porn star, the nigga who really doing some ball gargling, is trying to tell men this is the new masculinity. You just gargle a ball, one ball a week. You know what I'm saying? That's the new masculinity. Full-throated ball gargling. Like, nigga, I will beat the... You'll get your ass out of here. You will get slapped up, nigga. He is a bisexual porn star. It was either that one, the full-throated endorsement dude, or this motherfucker who sat up here with his leg up like this. And, I'm a real man, and it doesn't bother me to support a woman. Nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, no man sit like that. No real man sit like that. So, the truth comes out about the damn, which is why it looked like some bullshit. The dude who said he can deadlift 500 pounds and braid his daughter's hair, he ain't even got kids. That whole video was bullshit. And this is supposed to be the new masculinity. The new man. He's a ball gargler. A part-time ball gargler. for the porn industry. Don't be ball garglers, everyone. Don't grow up to be ball garglers. So that shit was funny to me. The nigga they trying to teach people to be a man with is 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 C Diddy. This nigga C Diddy. Like, nigga, no. Get your ass out of here. So moving along. Trump vows. Oh, Trump is doing some ball gargling. He always been a ball gargler, but man, he is doing some, as homeboy says, some full-throated ball gargling. Trump vows to remove all Khazarian haters and jihad sympathizers. He's gonna remove them. Wait a minute, what if they're American citizens? I don't care. I'm going to remove all Khazarian haters and jihad sympathizers. Meaning, if you are a Palestinian empathizer, then Trump wants to kick you out of America. So I try to say, man, this election is going to be some bullshit. No matter who wins, it's going to be some bullshit. Just so you know. It's no matter who wins, it's going to be bullshit. However, with Kamala, she's going to try to give the country away, America away, to this one world government. Trump is going to keep it America. However, in order to bring it back to some type of semblance to what he calls being great, he's going to have to implement a whole bunch of law smash down on people. And so that's going to be coming. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But also, he's going to have to ball gargle the Khazarians. Because they're the people who run America at this point. So he wants them to, he doesn't want them, so he wants them to quit or to finish the war in Gaza, but he wants them to take out Iran. But then he kind of walked that back a little bit later on. He was like, yo, you need to take out them, because, excuse me, because they started bombing Aleppo in Syria, right? And so now they're bombing 3 different places. They're bombing Gaza, Lebanon, Lebanon and Syria, which is crazy. And moving on to their 4th. They're about to bomb their 4th country, Iran. So they've announced that they're gonna do some type of military campaign against Iran before November the 5th. See, they know, Netanyahu bitch knows, if Trump gets into office, he gonna call that shit off. But he does want them to bomb Iran, which is crazy. So, but then he said, I want you to take out their nuclear capabilities. But then New Khazaria came back and said, no, we're not going to do that, because they know if they try to do that, then that's full-fledged war, right? If they take out Iran's nuclear capabilities. So they say, we're not going to do that. We're just going to hit some military armaments and shit like that. But Trump was like, no, fuck that shit. Take their nuclear shit out, bitch. Fuck them. They tried to kill me, nigga. So Trump is on one. Like, fuck these niggas. He's doing his best O-Dog impression. I'll kill everybody in this bitch. You don't know O-Dog, go watch Menace to Society. But he's doing his best O-Dog impression right now, which is crazy as hell. But he is a ball gargler talking about he's going to remove American people for being a Khazarian hater or a jihad sympathizer. Both of those things are lawful or legal in America. If I want to hate somebody, I can do that. I can do that. I got all the right in the world to hate somebody. And also, if I want to sympathize with somebody that America is torturing, allegedly, or terrorizing, allegedly, I can do that too. But nope, Trump said he's going to kick you out. Now, Trump is a Gemini. And let me just say something about Geminis. Geminis are the sign of communication. Geminis, a lot of the times, this ain't all Geminis, but the Geminis will say a whole lot of shit and then don't do a lot of the shit they say because they talk so damn much. They cannot possibly do all the shit that they talk about because they run their mouth like 10 times more than the shit that they do. So when a Gemini says some stuff, you might as well take a lot of it with a grain of salt because, unless they've been mashing out, unless it's in their industry or something like that. But a lot of times, Geminis talk so goddamn much, they don't even remember the shit they say. So it's a lot of times it's impossible for them to do the things that they say because they run their mouth so much. It's hard for them to remember all the shit that they said. So I would take this with a grain of salt because he don't like Netanyahu. And so no matter if he's a Khazarian ball gargler, Netanyahu runs Khazaria, and Trump ain't gonna be told what to do by Netanyahu because he already told him, fuck you. And so they got tape of that shit. So I'm just saying, but that's what's coming. Hold on. So just be aware that Trump is about to try to put this whole mash down on people. But then on the other side of the game, the United States, they threatened to stop giving to New Khazaria. Excuse me. Stop threatening. The United States, they threatened to stop giving bombs or weapons to New Khazaria if they continue to block humanitarian aid from the Gaza Strip. So they have a plan. There's a new plan they're about to implement along when they bomb Iran. So they're trying to take out all the Muslim countries over there. They're trying to take out all the Muslim countries. So they're blocking people from going back into Gaza, saying you can't go back into Gaza. Now, and if you're not there already, then you can't go back in. But what they're doing with the people there's some type of plan that they came up with to starve out the people in Gaza, which is against United Nations policy. You can't. This is against humanity. Human rights. This is a human rights violation. So they came out and they said they were planning on doing it. Well, they said they were just planning on doing it, but there's evidence they've already started to plan, starving them out. So America had to come out and kind of two-step and and shake and jive, and they were like, well, we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to think about cutting their armaments, cutting their supply of armaments in 30 days if they don't change course on blocking food to Gaza. So you're going to give these niggas 30 days to starve out the people in Gaza? Not that we're going to do it now. These people are starving now. They're going to give them another 30 goddamn days to starve. And then we're going to think about cutting off armaments to New Khazaria. This is some straight up bullshit, man. All them people over there suffering is absolute bullshit and can't do anything about it. But protest and put your voice out there and let it be known that we don't want this shit. So, appreciate you. Thank you for the CashApp. Make sure everybody hit the CashApp button because you don't have the super chat. We don't got the super chat in here anymore. So, make sure y'all hook me up with the donations. Appreciate you. With the support. That's all I need is some support. Or you can go to realnagas.com, get you some nice, beautiful shirt, or get you this wonderful, great book of melanin research, the hard copy, and get the whole free police stop law package with it that comes with it. All right, that's close to $300. It's close to $300 value. The Know Your Rights. The police stop law package. So again, you get all of this with it. Boom, get your cards, get everything. You get all of this with it. So realnagas.com. Make sure you support. Appreciate you. So moving along. So this is crazy. On September 27, 2024, the Department of Defense has written a policy that allows the U.S. military to assist local law enforcement agencies and other civil authorities. Now, y'all probably don't think that's much, huh? I'll read that again. The DOD has written a policy that allows the U.S. military to assist local law enforcement agencies and other civil authorities. Now, you may think, well, they do that with the National Guard already, right? Well, that's the National Guard can only act within their state unless another state, a governor, calls them to that state, right? And then there's only a few things that they're allowed to do. They're only allowed to assist militarily, but not act upon civilians. Excuse me. So this new policy is called Directive, and I want you to look it up. It's DOD Directive. Yo, T. Ross, thank you. Thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you. Thank everybody for sending the cash apps. Appreciate y'all. So it says, so again, it's Directive 5240.01. Again, it's directive, so the DOD Directive 524.0.01. All right, so it's called the DOD Directive, and it says, and I'm about to requote the directive. It says, assistance in responding with assets with potential for lethality. Lethality? What the fuck is that? Again, let me read it again. Assistance in responding with assets with potential for lethality or any situation in which it is reasonably forcible that providing the requested assistance may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. Mrs. B, you said you read it? Ms. B said she read it. Holy shit. Did y'all hear what that said? Again, assistance in responding with assets. Assets means military soldiers. Assistance in responding with assets with potential for lethality. Lethality means death, lethal, right? With potential for responding, with assets with potential for lethality or any situation in which it is reasonably forcible. What is reasonably forcible? Reasonably forcible that providing the requested assistance may, just might, it just might, we ain't saying it is, but it just might involve the use of force that is likely to result in the lethal force, that's likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. Holy shit. They just basically said that the military will help in responses with civilian law enforcement and are able to use lethal force if necessary. Just cut all that bullshit out for you. We can use United States military in any domestic situation of local law enforcement, civil law enforcement, and they are authorized to use deadly force if necessary. Holy shit. Now, you know why they ain't supposed to do that? Because there's a law called the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878. This is why you guys need to learn the law and government, goddammit. What's the 7th Amendment? I don't know. What's the 7th Amendment? See? Took y'all a long time. Chat be moving like crazy till I ask y'all a law or a constitutional question. What's the 7th Amendment? I know somebody about to Google it and you ain't gonna know it. You're gonna have to Google it to put it in there. See, okay, she's honest. I don't know. Okay. Queen Boobalicious. Googling now. Googling now. See, it's a damn shame. Google it now. A jury trial. Nope, not necessarily. That's 6. That's the 6th Amendment. It's a jury trial in civil actions. See? Difference. 1/6 is jury trial, criminal. 7th is jury trial, civil. See? Gotta know the government, gotta know the law. But see, I just did that just to show you that you guys need to start learning the damn Constitution. But, and the law. But the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878 says that the military cannot be used domestically for civilian law enforcement. It specifically says the military cannot be used on regular citizens in civilian law enforcement. So it's unconstitutional. It's against the law for them to do this. But they don't write up a law. They just do it in policy. They just write the policy up. And then they able to fucking do it? No, you can take it if they actually were to do it and you were injured by it, or you were, you felt that your rights were violated by it, you could sue them on this because it's unconstitutional. The law has never been that law is not overturned. Posse Comitatus Act of 1878. The federal military cannot be used on civilians in civilian law enforcement. But they don't give a fuck. they don't give a goddamn. They're about to just roll with that anyway. Excuse me. So this is because they plan, I believe, like I said earlier, they plan on stealing this bitch. They're stealing it. Just like I said, they're stealing it. So if they steal it, they think, so basically, if Trump doesn't win, they believe what they call the QAnon MAGA, the MAGA crazy people, are going to be rioting in the streets. And they have just authorized the military, federal military, to kill people in riots. Holy shit. We need to get this out there and make them pull this back. We need to make the DOD pull this bitch back. Make this shit go viral. Put this shit out there. This is completely unconstitutional, against the law. They are not supposed to use federal military on citizens, on civilian citizens and civilian law enforcement. And they wrote it into their policy. It's not law. It's not law at all. So they can't write something against the law into their policy. They can't do that. So you could take it to court and you would win. But you wasn't supposed to know about this. See, nobody was supposed to know about this. Remember, it happened on the 27th of September. Somebody was going through some shit and found it like, wait a minute, what? Huh? You can do what? Wait a minute, what the fuck did it say? And so they went in there and found this shit, and holy shit. So they brought it out to us. Now I'm bringing it to you. So now you know. They can use military on civilians if this shit go awry in 2 weeks. This is specifically, they did this. They did it for the future because they're not going to take it out. But they specifically did this for this election. Now, you think they did it if Trump wins? You think they're going to use the military against the Democrats who riot in the street? Antifa and all them cats? Hell no. You think they're gonna use them? Hell no. They're not going to use the military against the Democrats. So this is all for Republican cats or anybody who voted for Trump and is gonna be upset that he didn't win. So moving along. So now they're promising, or while they're promising to use the U.S. military against citizens, FEMA is full of shit. FEMA is blocking regular citizens from helping Hurricane Helene victims. So I told you this last week where people were trying to bring food, and they said, no, you can't go through there. You can't bring the food through. You have to be a part of some type of special organization or something. And they making them put it in this one giant area. And then they flew a Black Hawk over the place where they stored all the food and resources and blew all that shit all over the place, right? So this time, though, since they saw that, people saw that, and they started to involve a whole bunch of private helicopter pilots. And they said, well, can we use your helicopter to fly in, because you can't drive anywhere. All the roads and everything is fucked up. So they said, well, can we use the only thing they could do is fly in to get assistance, to give these people assistance. So they said, let's use the private helicopters. FEMA is blocking the private helicopter pilots from dropping off food and stuff and resources. This shit is crazy. They're trying to control the American people fully with the government. You can't help each other. You can't hate nobody. You can't use hate speech. You can't motherfucking say misinformation. You can't do. Who the fuck are you, bitch? These government motherfuckers need to go. This is the whole point of the Constitution, was to limit government. That's literally the whole point of the Constitution. It limits government. These bitch ass niggas have taken it and know that you don't know shit about it and flipped it because you so apathetic to it and don't care, that you think your rights are just enshrined in gold, that nothing enshrined in adamantium and titanium or whatever the fuck, nothing can ever destroy your rights. That's bullshit, y'all. Let me tell you that right now. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any. And they know that. And that's what they're doing right now. So, fuck this government bullshit. These motherfuckers are full of shit. They're going to stop you from helping your American citizens, your regular citizens, your fellow neighbors. What? Who the hell are you to tell me that I can't help somebody, bitch? Get the fuck out of here. I would do it anyway. I would just do it anyway. I don't give a shit what you say. Arrest me, bitch. And then watch me make this shit go viral, that you arrested a person trying to help American citizens, American victims, or victims from the hurricane. American victims from the hurricane, when you giving billions of dollars to illegal immigrants. Yeah, you want that as a scandal a couple of weeks before the goddamn election? No, you don't. So those people should just do it anyway. Yo, Conceptual Elixirs. Thank you, brother. Putting that whole thing on the chicken shawarma, baby. They make the best chicken shawarma on Saturdays and Sundays, man. I just can't resist. Saturday and Sunday, Peter Cafe. If you in LA, I'm telling you, get your chicken shawarma on Saturdays and Sundays. Not at night, because it's probably been sitting there a minute if you order it when it's about to close late at night. But get it like towards when they open, towards the middle of the day. Oh, goddamn. So thank you, brother. But no civilians can help anybody. So it says a few civilians in a helicopter, they rescued an 11-month-old baby and an old lady. And the U.S. government took credit for it. Now, they weren't trying to let private citizens use the helicopters, but the helicopter said, fuck it. This is what I said I was going to do. They went and did it anyway. They wound up rescuing an 11-month-old baby that was trapped in the debris. And they saved the old lady. And then the fucking the government, FEMA and them, took credit for it. This is some straight bullshit. So not only are they not letting people do it, but if you disregard them and you go in there and you do it anyway, they just gonna take credit for it. And you trying to tell me this government ain't full of shit? Man, this is some dire shit going on right now. And you're going to get 10 times the dose of this if Kamala is in office. You're going to get 10 times this goddamn dose. So just watch out, everybody, for the bullshit. And learn the law and government, please, because the only way we can change this shit is if we are adept at law and government civics, and so that we can catch them when they do bullshit. Because if the only way you can catch a magician if you know the tricks. They can do sleight of hand all goddamn day if you just sitting up there like, what? Wow! How did he do that? That was amazing! You just do that shit all damn day. You're never gonna take the government over. You think the government is David Blaine? Like, what the fuck? How the fuck did he float? What the fuck, man? Man, you just keep doing that with the government. They gonna just be like, ancient Chinese secret, cuz. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about how I fly. Don't worry about how I float around this bitch. You just sit back and you marvel in my awesomeness. No, bitch. The government is out of control and they need to be pulled back. So, excuse me. So moving along, the Agua niggas, the Venezuelan gangsters, these niggas, man, god damn. Your ancient Chinese secret, huh? You remember that, Roger Grove? Ancient Chinese secret, huh? What was it, the cow gun or whatever that shit was? Was it the cow gun? How do you get your clothes so nice and fluffy? Ancient Chinese secret. It wasn't Calgon. Calgon was what they took a bath in. What was the powder, the soap they used to wash the clothes with? What was the soap, y'all? That wasn't Calgon. That was the Calgon bath shit, take me away. But what was the soap they used to wash the clothes? The ancient Chinese secret soap. That shit was funny. But so the Aguas. These niggas is crazy. Fab, is that what it is? Fab, okay. Is that what it was? It wasn't Calgon. Calgon is the bathing stuff, Mel. Calgon is the stuff you took a bath in. Where's the Calgon, take me away? Where they would do the bath, you would have all these problems, and you take a Calgon bath. So it was the other thing. It was Calgon? Are you sure? I don't think so, Mel. Was it Calgon? Ancient Chinese secret? I gotta look it up. So, but moving along, Agua, the Venezuelan niggas, they getting crazy. And they tried to shit on Trump when he said, they're not gonna send us their best, they're sending the criminals, the drug dealers. They're not sending their best. The mentally disturbed. They tried to shit on Trump for that. Now, Agua is taking over multiple cities. Places in multiple cities are being taken over. You say, you positive, Mel? Is Calgon? All right. I thought Calgon was the bathing soap. Calgon, take me away. That wasn't Calgon, take me away. It wasn't the bubbles that you put in the bath. Okay. But the Agua niggas, so they have some gun-toting baby gangsters are taking over Times Square. Now, they were already doing it before. We talked about how they were robbing people in Times Square on scooters and shit. It is Calgon, Roger? Okay, it is Calgon. Okay. I was right the first time then. Okay, it's Calgon. So they got some little baby gangsters who are doing all the robbing, see, because they know that underage kids, they don't get harsh sentences as adults do, right? So they got the little kids over there, 14, 15, 16. They got them over there robbing everybody. So the gang is called Los Diablos de la 42. I guess that means the Little Devils of 42nd Street. And it's 21 kids, or it says the gang of the 21 kids, the 21 kids of the gang have been busted over 50 times. And not one has been committed to jail. They've arrested these fools over 50 times for terrorizing Times Square. And nobody's been arrested. They just keep releasing them. This is why they're using little kids. For little petty crimes and shit, like little robberies and shit. But it's armed robbery, which shouldn't be a petty crime. Armed robbery is a felony. But they're kids, so they don't get the sentences. They don't get the harsh sentences. So it says in New York, in New York, and this one dude was breaking off in New York. You used to get, and this is for weapons toting. This is why they need. This is what I mean by the laws have changed, which is why you got this shit. So in New York, if you had a gun, it was called. If you toted a gun, it was called an automatic bullet. If you toted a gun in New York, which means, I mean, without a permit. If you had a gun without a permit, illegal gun in New York, it was an automatic bullet, which means you got a mandatory year. And then for each bullet you had in the gun, you got an extra year. So that's what the mandatory bullet means. For a bullet, one bullet in New York used to get a year mandatory jail, right? So the gun was considered a bullet itself, even if you like. So if you didn't have any gun, if it was unarmed, if the gun was unarmed, even if you had one on you, you would still get a year. But then if you had a bullet in it, you would get another year, and then so on for each consecutive bullet. So, but they took that away. And now you can beat the shit out of police officers in New York and get let out while flipping off the camera. While doing this. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck America, bitch. This is what they doing right now. So they get out doing that, no consequences. So of course they're gonna keep robbing people. Why wouldn't you? If I just robbed somebody for $1,000 and all I had to do was go take a picture down at the courthouse or at the jailhouse and I just got out in 20 minutes, what the fuck? this is an enterprise. I'm about to go rob everybody every goddamn day, all day. So now, that was in New York. So you know about Aurora, Colorado. And we'll talk about that again in a minute. But now they've taken over 4 more apartment buildings in San Antonio. San Antonio. Y'all remember what's love got to do with it? Come on, anime. And then we go. You got we got San Antonio. We got the dates now. We got to play the dates. We got San Antonio. We got. Remember, I'm sick. Sick. Oh, come on now. I need you to get over go on that stage. I need you to get on that stage, anime. We got San Antonio. We got shout out to Larry Fishburne. We got San Antonio. So in San Antonio, they taking over 4 apartment buildings. Holy shit. 4 over the last 6 months. It took over 4 apartment buildings. Now, one of them was raided. They raided one. And raided a whole bunch of gangsters. They got a whole bunch of gangsters out. Now, San Antonio is different. Texas is different than all these other states, these democratic states. Texas is like, we coming for your ass, bitch. Don't even worry, nigga. This was the first one. We know what all the rest of y'all at, and we coming for your asses, bitch. So Texas is like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. So I'm fucking with Texas right now. Texas is like, you ain't about to take over nothing around here, bitch. We about to smash on all you niggas. So they said they got a task force. They done found out who all of them are. They got the operations down. They just basically putting together the plan to take all of them out. Way to go, Texas. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Shit. But they also said, though, they've been in the buildings running drugs and, prostitute, 304s. They've been running drugs and 304s, possibly even child, X trafficking. They're running children through these buildings. And they doing all this, and San Antonio said, hell no, bitch. We coming for your ass, bitch. So shout out to San Antonio, because Ike Turner ain't gonna have that shit, because he got San Antonio, they got to play San Antonio, so San Antonio, they got to be good and well around San Antonio. We got San Antonio, we got to play San Antonio. I just love the way he said San Antonio. That shit, come on, anime. Come on, you can't be sick, anime. No, we got to play these dates, anime. We got San Antonio, and we got Larry Fishburne killed that damn role. He killed that damn role. But so then going back to Aurora, Colorado. So the building owners Because remember they tried to come out and they said they wasn't taking over Aurora, Colorado. They tried to come out and debunk what Trump said. Trump went to Aurora, Colorado and talked to all those people. And he said they're taking over the city. And so then they tried to come back out and say, no, not taking over the city. Because JD Vance just was on MSNBC talking to some chick, and she tried to say that isn't Trump saying that the city's being taken over? Isn't that a lie? They're not taking over the blah blah blah. And she said, and then she tried to read it. She's like, no, I'm going to stop you here. I'm going to stop you because right here it says I got from the mayor of Aurora, Colorado. He says that only a few gang members, only a few apartment buildings have been taken over. Blah blah blah. And then JD Vance was like, do you hear yourself, bitch? Only a few apartment buildings in America have been taken over by Venezuelan gangs. He's like, do you hear yourself, bitch? Only a few. You just dismissing it like it ain't shit. Like the people in the apartment, hey, motherfucker, it's only a couple of them. Don't worry about it. Like shit. Well, what about the people in the buildings, bitch? You don't have to live in that because you got a $3 million house that you live in a nice ass neighborhood. But the people who live in the apartment building, they have to deal with this shit every damn day. But we're going to just dismiss that because it's only a few apartment buildings. Only a few? Oh, JD Vance slapped the shit out. Verbally, he slapped the shit out of that bitch. But the Aurora, Colorado people, when that came out, because they was like, fuck this. We tired of hearing the bullshit. So after that interview came out with JD Vance, they went to TikTok and they said, the building owners of Colorado, they put out a TikTok, and they were explaining the whole situation about how a bunch of their properties had been taken over by the Venezuelan gangs, right? They said a bunch of their properties. So then the gangs offered them, they said the gangs offered them a deal of half the rent. So they basically took the apartment building over and went to the owners and said, hey, look here, nigga. You can get half the rent. We get the other half. Or we'll just take over the whole shit. And of course the owners was like, EAD, bitch. They told them to get your ass out of here. We ain't about to give you half our rent. They just basically tried to gangster them like that. You can give us 50% of the rent, or you can have nothing. So they went and start calling the FBI and all the government. They said, nope, we can't help. This is the apartment owners TikTok thread or Twitter thread, not TikTok, but Twitter. They was on Twitter, and their whole Twitter they put out a whole excerpt on it, and so they said again they offered them a deal of half their rent. They said no, so they went and tried to call the government. The government said we can't help, and so then the people in the apartment building though have been paying rent to the Venezuelan gangs. With fake rental papers. So they went after the building owner said no, they went and had fake rental papers made up and then got all the tenants in the building to sign the rental papers and basically got them under contract, which would be a fake contract because you can't force anybody into a contract. That's null and void. Any contract that you're forced into is null and void from the very beginning. It's called duress. They can't make you sign a contract under duress. But these dumbass niggas from Venezuela don't know shit. Don't know that. You making them sign a paper, nigga, doesn't absolve you from criminal activity, bitch. You forced them into doing this. You intimidated them into doing this. This is extortion. So, which they don't understand that, but that'll never hold up. But I guess it made them feel better to have the goddamn paperwork. So then one dude went on vacation and came back to Venezuelan gang niggas in his apartment. This nigga went on vacation. I'm about to go chill and, take me a little trip to London real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get me a little chilly chill on. Maybe hop on over to Italy, a little something. Come back, do my little vacation. Went on vacation for a couple of weeks. He came back and opened his door, and they was like, ¿Qué? Hola. They was like, niggas was in there. He was like, what the fuck is you doing in my house, bitch? They beat his ass. Kicked him out of his own crib. They whooped his ass and kicked him out of his own crib, y'all. God damn. I'm gonna tell you right now, boy. I'd have sat back, I'd have plotted and planned what each and every one of them niggas did. I'd have mapped it out the second the time every last one of them niggas went here, they went there, they went here, they went there, they went here, and then one by one, niggas would have just started coming up missing. Hey, where's Hector? I don't know, I ain't seen that nigga in a couple of days. Well, make sure Hector get back to us. Maybe he went up, he went to go tap some chick or something. You know, just make sure when he come back, you know, he holler at us. Okay. Next time. Where's Esteban? I don't know. Nigga, Esteban, Hector, Pablo, all them bitch ass niggas would have started coming up missing. I'm telling you, nigga. All of them would have started coming up missing. You fucking try to take my apartment over, nigga? Allegedly, I'd have locked them bitch ass niggas in the apartment building, told all the civilian tenants to get the fuck out and burnt that bitch. Like, bitch, you ain't taking over nothing, bitch. I'd have locked them niggas all up in. You ever see Braveheart? Where that nigga locked him up in that, when they came, they thought they was gonna do an ambush on Braveheart. And the princess, the English princess, she told him, she warned him what was gonna happen. So all the damn soldiers went in there and he trapped them in there and burnt their asses up in the goddamn Braveheart, bitch. That's all. Braveheart, goddamn it. Fucking pull a goddamn Mel Gibson on your ass, bitch. So that's what I would have did, allegedly. Just say allegedly. But the city, so they tried to talk to the city. And the city, they tried to blame the apartment. They tried to blame it on, or they tried to blame the apartment owners for housing violations. So they trained them to get some help. So instead of helping them and taking the heat and dealing with the Venezuelan gangs and having to deal with that problem, the city said, well, we just gonna fine you. We just gonna fine you for a bunch of housing violations and just shut the building down. Like, what, bitch? You gonna, wait a minute, you gonna fine me for a bunch of housing violations and shut the building down rather than have the building go and be, taken back by the police. These people are foul. So when they say they're not taking over the city, well, the city don't want to deal with them. So apparently that to me means they're taking over the city. If the city don't want to go in there and deal with them after they doing all this illegal activity, that means that the city has been taken over. If the government and nobody can do anything, the city's been taken over. So that shit is crazy. Then moving along, they bought Bill Clinton out to try to cape for Kamala. Cape for Kamala. Make some t-shirts. Caping for Kamala. But Bill Clinton came out, which he didn't even give a shit. You could tell his heart wasn't in it. So he was giving some type of speech. And he said the reason why we're letting in illegal immigrants is because Americans are not having babies and we need to bolster the population. He said the quiet shit out loud. What? Hold up, Billy Bill. So this is the crazy shit, y'all. This is the craziest shit of all time. The Democrats, they want to kill or take out, they want to take out a bunch of little young ones, little toddlers, little infants before they're born. They want to take out all these babies, right? Abortion. But then we have a population crisis because nobody's having babies or they're taking them out. So then they have to let in millions of goddamn illegal immigrants because they're taking out a bunch of babies. How does that make sense? That you encouraging a whole bunch of these women to go out, these Democrat liberal women to take their babies out, but you need them babies as a voting block. So you just go import more illegal immigrants when you're just taking out people that can already serve as your voting block already. That makes no sense. But That's what they doing. And so Billy Bill came out and he said the quiet part out loud. Say, we need all these motherfucking, need these bitch ass niggas. What you gonna do? You gonna go and cook in the kitchen? You can go pick them grapes, nigga? You ain't gonna about to pick no grapes. You know you ain't about to pick no grapes. You about to go do that construction work over there? Huh? You about to build that building? You gonna build that building better than Javier? Nigga, Javier be hooking that shit up, nigga. You know damn well you ain't gonna go work harder than Javier. So this is their plan. To let in people to, he says, because they need to bolster the population. They need to bolster their voting population first. Is the real thing. That shit is crazy. And then the other thing, the DOJ is suing Virginia over an order to remove illegal immigrants from the voter rolls. So Virginia has this thing where if you're an illegal immigrant or you're not registered, if you can't produce proof that you are a registered voter in Virginia after a certain amount of days of being on the voter roll, then they remove you. This has been in play for 18 years, since 2016. Excuse me, since 2006, my bad. Since 2006. So 18 years. This has been in play. They've been doing this. But all of a sudden, the Department of Justice wants to go and sue Virginia right now, right before this election, because they want to keep non-registered people off the voting roll, illegal immigrants off the voting roll. Now, if that ain't blatant, they trying to fix the goddamn election, what is? You're going to go sue a state who's been doing this for 18 years with no problem, but all of a sudden you're going to try to go sue them now for taking people off the voter roll, some shit they've been doing already forever, but you're going to try to do it now, right before this election. Okay. This is voter fraud, voting, well, not, I mean, interference, not fraud, but this is voting interference like a mug. And they know it, and it's blatant, and they don't give a shit if you know. We're at the point right now where Americans are so far away from knowing your rights and government and everything else and how this shit works. They know you can't do nothing. They know you can't do nothing. And we're mostly talking about the Democrat people, because a lot of Republicans do know the law. They do know, not the law, but they know the government. And some of them do know the law too. A lot of them cats are the auditors and stuff like that, but police auditors and First Amendment auditors. So they do know a lot of the law, but they do know the government. So most of the people who are apathetic and don't know shit about the government are the Democrats. It's them cats who don't know shit. And so these are the people who they know they can trick. This is the idiocracy that they have going. And so they're going to try to sue Virginia because they want to take off illegal immigrants or non-registered voters off the voting rolls, which is some shit you should do anyway. That should just be automatic for every state. But the fact that you want to have unregistered voters voting mean that you want them to cheat. You want some type of cheating to go on. The only reason that you would have that in place is because you want people who are not on the list to vote. So this is why the government has to be reined in. They done lost their goddamn mind. And the only way we can do it is if you get a collective of people who know how the government is run and know how to take their power away. Because right now we are too spread the hell out. So boom, get your ass on over there and Know Your Rights Foundation, goddammit. Learn this law. I'm gonna smash on y'all till you learn this shit. You understand? Because you don't understand how much you need it. It's gonna be one day in the near future when some shit is going down and you're gonna be pissed that you didn't take us up on teaching you the law. I promise you, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna kick yourself in the face because you didn't take us up on learning the law for free. Because ain't nobody else gonna teach you for free, only us. Anywhere else you're gonna have to go learn the law, they're gonna charge you for it. And that's why I don't think a lot of people respect it, because we are teaching you for free. Because if we are charging $1,000 for this shit, you would value it more. But we're not going to do that because we understand that the poorest people need to know it the most. So we can't charge you for something that you really don't have. We want you to pay us back in paying it forward to other people. That's how you give us the money back. As if we build 1 million Johnny Cochran's. So get your ass up and learn this damn law. You understand? This is a call of action. I don't bullshit. I don't play around. You need to know this now, especially when I tell you what Trump said. So stop sitting on your ass. Get up. Call us. KnowYourRightsFoundation.org, KYRF.org, or realnagas.com. You can get in of any of those URLs. You can hook up with us. All right. So moving along, the United States threatens to stop giving. Wait a minute. Oops, I just did that one, didn't I? Hold on. I just did that one. My bad. Hold on, y'all. All right, moving on. Here we go. I forgot about that one. So, Skittle news. Sorry. So, in Skittle news, so Decepticon historians, this is in the UK. No, excuse me, Brazil. Decepticon historian, a Decepticon historian flashes his rear and twerks to educate with his butt. Or he called it, in quote, educate with ass. So in Brazil, a Decepticon transformer got up on the desk and started twerking and said he was educating with ass. This is where we're going, y'all. Yep. He said, what the fuck? Yep. WDMA. Absolutely. So here's the story. A Brazilian Decepticon historian caused quite the stir on Thursday when he showed students his rear after getting, I'm supplanting words. After he showed students his rear after getting up and twerking during a lecture. And we ain't talking about like twerking with pants on. The motherfucker pulled his pants off. The motherfucker pulled his pants off, was bare-assed in the middle of class, twerking on stage or on the fucking desk. Motherfucker, I would have any goddamn big-ass heavy thing I could find in that classroom. If I was in there, I'd have picked it up and tried to knock his ass to I'd have tried to pick up the whole desk and knock his ass out with that shit. I threw that shit across the goddamn bow. Motherfucker. Oh boy. They're getting too crazy with the shit. So it says Tertuliana Lustosa, a researcher at the University of Bahia, graced students with an erotic dance which was performed as part of his gender and sexuality lecture at the Federal University of Maranhão, where he was a guest speaker. A video that captured the moment shows Lustosa, who was wearing a tight black mini dress, climbing onto a chair, lifting his dress and exposing his private parts. Educating with my ass, he can be heard chanting at the end of his act while students applauded and cheered. Now the students are applauding and cheering in this bitch. I would have took the desk and any motherfucker who was applauding, they would have got knocked out with a desk. I'd have just walked up to everybody with a big ass desk in my hand. Bow! 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 I don't, nigga, you applauding this shit, bitch? If you want to go see that, then you go see it in his privacy of wherever he want to do it in his private. Don't you bring that shit to class? Are you insane? That is some bullshit. Educating with ass. Okay. This is getting out of control. So Brazil is with the bullshit. They just keep on going off the deep end. Apparently they super liberal democratic over there as well. So keep it going in Skittle news. Excuse me. So transformer teachers should be able to use staff school toilets that align with gender identity, a governor is told. So basically somebody told the governor that the transformer teachers should be able to use the staff bathrooms that best identify or best match what their identity is, their self-identity is. So basically they want transformer teachers to use the women's bathrooms. That's really what this is, because ain't a lot of men or teachers who identify as men. I'm sure there are some, them non-binary, non-feminine women who, because who wearing the colored hair and no makeup and no femininity whatsoever and is dressed like dudes or whatever. So it may be a few of them, but do you really want to go use the male bathroom, motherfucker? Because I don't think they want to go use the male bathroom. I don't think though. I think it's the men. Yo, Nina, thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you. Don't everybody follow Nina's lead. Just pull up that cash app real quick. Boop. Boop. Y'all did it so nicely for the hurricane victims. Do it for a shawarma victim. I'm a victim of the shawarma. No, I'm just, but do it for the shawarma victim, baby. Everybody hit the cash app. Please appreciate you guys for the donations. That's real Nagas, the number 9. But this is for the men who want to be women. They want to go inside the women's bathrooms. Because I promise you, this is not the women who think they dudes trying to get into the dudes' bathroom. Because you don't know what may happen to your ass in there, girl. So I don't know if they want to be going to the dudes' bathroom, because testosterone is real. You got fake testosterone. You faking like you a dude. And testosterone is a real thing. You gonna take your ass in that man bathroom if you want to. See what happens. But so they want that to happen. So it says the National Governance Association, the NGA, which runs training for school governors and trustees, makes the suggestion in advice for its its equality and diversity course. It states, quote, employees who have undergone gender reassignment or who are transformer must be supported to use all toilet and shower facilities which are available to other members of their newly acquired gender. Newly acquired. Like a Lamborghini. like a Ford Focus. Newly acquired. I just got my shit. like a flat screen. Just got my newly acquired, just got my new gender identity. Let me take it out for a test spin. Hey, can I go in that bathroom? Huh? What? No. You don't see me? You don't see I got don't worry about that. That doesn't, they say this doesn't really matter in the evaluation of your identity. So I'm taking it out for a test spin. I might cut it off later, but right now I want to see how it goes. So can I let me move out the way, bitch. Let me get in that bathroom. like wait a minute. You ain't supposed to be in here. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm taking it for a test run. This is my new gender identity. Taking it for a test. What if you just decided that 10 minutes before you got to go into the bathroom? What if you just decided 10 minutes before you went to the bathroom, you know what? I feel like I'm a lady. That's Shanae they used to say. I'm a lady. What if you just decided to do the Shanae one day and be a lady for 10 minutes and say, hey, can I? Especially if I saw a brand new teacher with a fat with these fat booties again. It's the brand new female teacher. Hey, wait a minute, girl. When you get here? Oh, this is your first day? Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing? You know, welcome to the school. You know, if you need anything, just let me know. If you want me to show you around the school, if you want me to get you acclimated to the students, we'll let you know how the character of the students are. If you need to know where the lunchroom is, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? All right, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. You're welcome. You know what? I think I want to be a lady today. At the very time she decided to go to the bathroom. What if that happens? What if somebody was attracted to a girl, a teacher attracted to a girl, a brand new faculty member, and they just decided when that lady goes to the bathroom, they want to identify as a lady? Goddamn. Have they thought about that? Nope. I promise you they didn't. So it says the NGA says its guidance is provided to governors to help them form staffing policies that are in line with the Equality Act. But Caroline Fisk from Conservatives for Women said the NGA is providing training that is incorrect in law. There you go, Caroline. Employers and service providers are able to use provisions in the Equality Act to protect single-sex spaces for women. So it says employers and service providers are able to use provisions in the Equality Act to protect single-sex spaces for women. So this is the Equality Act was meant to use to protect single-sex spaces for women. But now the Decepticons, who are deceiving everybody, they want to come in and use the bathroom standing up. They want to go in and flip the seat up in the ladies' bathroom. Like, wait a minute, you don't sit down when you pee? No, not yet. You know, I ain't got my stuff handled yet. So I'm just testing it out. Like, these bitches is crazy. God damn, y'all. So this is in America. They're trying to take over the governor's board. This is all governors. They're trying to do this to all governors. They're trying to influence all governors to implement this shit. So just be aware at your schools. Moving along, a Transformer Victoria's Secret model. That should be an oxymoron right there. Transformer Victoria's Secret model. Those two things shouldn't go together. That's like oil and water. Those two things should not go together. Like peanut butter and mayonnaise. Ah! Ah! Like potato salad and raisins. Y'all know a lot of you Caucasian people. Y'all be putting the raisins in your potato salad. You putting Brussels sprouts in your mac and cheese and shit. That don't go. What's some more things that don't go together? I know that don't go together. But they wanted to. Transformer model in Victoria's Secret. So it says Transformer Secret model Valentina what? Wait a minute. Valentina Sampao has hit back at online backlash after he walked at the revived fashion show this week. Sampow, whatever, 27, who became the brand's first openly Transformer model in 2019, also walked alongside fellow Transformer star Alex Consani, 21, in a historic first for the show. But the show was slammed by fans. You don't say! The show was slammed by fans. Really? No! You want to see a big burly, hey, how's my bra look, ladies? Is my bra fastened? Is this, how does this look, guys? Should I push them together? Should I go more together? Does it look better like this? Or should I pull them apart? Together, apart. Together, apart. How does my ass look? How's the thong look on me, guys? like, bitch. That don't go together. That don't go together. Together, apart. Together, apart. Like, gonna fucking get them. Maybe it's together. This is some bullshit. It's a fucking bullshit, goddammit. You don't want to be looking at no goddamn Victoria's Secret commercial. And then the camera pan. The camera is panning down and shit. And you think you see it, you about to buy some shit for your girl. And then it pan down. And then you see a fucking basketball. Down in the fucking... You see the lump the size of a goddamn basketball. You be like, hey, bitch. The fuck? Get your bitch ass out of here, nigga. It's wild. What's wrong? What's wrong? It's just a part of the outfit. It's a part of the bikini. Like, no, it ain't, bitch. It's a part of your outfit, motherfucker. So, holy shit. Victoria, you ain't a secret no more. Victoria's not a secret. You need to keep that a secret, though. That's what Victoria need to keep a secret. You need to keep that buried in the dungeon under 8 feet of concrete, trapped in a goddamn steel cage, wrapped up like a mummy, poured with tar. Pour tar on the mummy. That need to be that type of secret. Victoria, you need to wrap that shit up. So, moving along, some more Skittle news. These Skittle niggas is doing some crazy shit. So, the National Women's Soccer League expansion team, Boss Nation, BOS Nation FC, apologizes for the Too Many Balls campaign. See, they gotta keep apologizing. You can't come out here and do nothing. You can't say nothing or do nothing without you having to apologize all the time. So it says the National Women's Soccer League expansion team, Boston, apologized on Wednesday for a too many balls. I like that, goddammit. We don't need no niggas in here. We got enough balls already. For a too many balls marketing campaign that drew a harsh reaction from the Transformer community and others. Now, I don't even think it was about the Transformers. They were just doing some other shit. Because I guess Boston sports has a lot of men. So they were just playing on how many men are in sports in Boston. You know, you got the Celtics and the Patriots and what else? The Red Sox and all these men teams, right? So they were just saying, we got a women's professional team. So the campaign was too many balls. No, we're not talking about Tim Walz. We know we're not talking about that motherfucker. When we say too many balls, we know we ain't talking about him. So it says a day after unveiling the slogan as part of the rollout of the team name, Boss Nation, BOS Nation FC, the organization said in a statement that we missed the mark. Sorry, guys. Transformers. We didn't mean to offend you. Sorry. Stop bending the knee. Damn. Stop bending the goddamn knee. So, so it says, the organization said in a statement, we missed the mark, with an attempt to create a bold and buzzworthy brand launch campaign. We were just trying to be edgy. We weren't trying to hurt nobody. But every time you say some shit, why does the alphabet community always got to take the shit personal? Like they the center of the universe. And every thought that you have is centered or is around them. Everything that you do, it starts with the degradation of their community. You can't do shit without thinking of me first. I occupy your every thought, motherfucker. I'm in there like a haberdashery. I own your fucking ass, man. Every time you do something, every time you go to the bathroom, every time you go get a piece of candy, every time you look at the TV, every time you're thinking about me. No, I'm not. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't think about you at all. Not even a little bit. Like, nigga, you're nowhere around the universe that I live in. So, but when I make a statement about some balls, about too many balls on a women's squad, then I obviously have to be talking about transformers, right? So they had to come out and apologize and bend the knee. We fully acknowledge, this is their quote, this is how they bend the knee. We fully acknowledge the content of the campaign did not reflect the safe and welcoming environment we strive to create for all. And we apologize to the Alphabet plus LG 537P42 community and the Transformer community in particular for the hurt we caused. We're sorry, man. We're sorry. We're sorry. Forgive us. Don't cancel us, please. But they had to do this because they're a new goddamn team. And if they get canceled before they even start, that's a wrap for them. So they had to bend the knee. But this shows you how people just trying to live regularly, and Transformer or Alphabet community, they want to take every thought that you have in their head and apply it to them so that they can be the most important people in the universe. They can just self rise or, place themselves on a platform that's higher than the whole universe, that everything that you say and think is tailored around them. And you got to get their approval for it. That it's not offending them first. Fuck you, bitch. I don't give a shit if I offend you. I ain't trying to do it on purpose, but if I do, I'm not giving a shit. Because it's America, and I have the right to offend, and you don't have the right not to be offended. Sorry, you don't have that right. You cannot listen. You can turn it off. You cannot be there. You can do a whole lot of shit where you don't have to experience that energy. But one of the things you can't do is tell me I can't say that. So, damn it, ladies of the soccer team. I wish you had fought back a little more, but I understand it. It's business. The team has not even played a game yet. So they have to bend the knee. They got the ball gargle. Me. They doing the Barber of Seville gargle. I am the Barber of Seville. They're ball gargling. So, God damn it. I wish you stood up, but I understand. So moving along, in Science and the Weird, a new study based on what we know about gravity says dark matter doesn't exist. So a new study says, based on what we know about gravity, dark matter does not exist. Now, what did they say? Basically, the hypothesis was that dark matter doesn't exist because if it did exist, smaller galaxies would move slower. So basically, we have the expansion of the galaxy. You know, the universe really is expanding, but the galaxies itself, we just whittle it down to the galaxies. The galaxies are expanding, right? They say we're expanding, 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 right? So this is where their hypothesis for dark matter, that is something in there that's moving these giant masses apart, right? And so they were saying that it's dark, it's a substance, dark matter, 25% dark matter, 70, what is it, 70%, or 20% dark matter, 70%, or 75% dark energy, and 5% matter, just regular matter that we see. So they were saying that if if dark matter existed, smaller galaxies, which have less mass, would move slower, right? Instead of the bigger galaxies that have bigger mass or whatever. This is what they said. Now this is just them. I'm quoting them. Now, meaning in that hypothesis, that means the galaxy would be moving at different speeds. One part of it expanding faster than the other part. But this shows you how little these scientists know about spirituality and consciousness. Everything moves within the harmony of the universe. It's an interactive dance. No one part of the universe is working independently on its own from the other. So the expansion is within the harmony. It's in the pace and harmony with how the universe expands. One is not going to expand slower than the other part. It's going to expand together at the same pace. That's called harmony of frequency and vibration. And also, dark matter is BAM. This is the equation they don't put into the science, is melanin. I'm trying to tell you, they talk about it in here. They didn't go through this and talk, and the dude who was doing that, I promise you, they didn't go to this meeting and talk about the dark matter. They talk about dark matter in here and how dark matter and melanin is the same thing, or they presume it's the same thing. But it is. Dark matter, carbon. That's what they're talking about, carbon. The building block of all the universe, carbon. It's not a fucking mystery. They act like, oh my God, what a mystery. Yeah, when you ain't connected and you don't have any goddamn consciousness, it's a great damn mystery. We just don't know, guys. We don't know. Well, we do know. Because we're just a lot of people, billions of people on this planet walking around with dark matter on their bodies. So I thought that was interesting that they're trying to turn the pace, because actual science still, or mainstream science still, says there is dark matter. This was a dude trying to come and disrupt what main people see. Now, I don't necessarily usually agree with mainstream, because they're always wrong. But in this case, because we're walking around with it on our bodies and within our bodies, I'm going to say they were pretty good. They were pretty on the point, on the money on this one. The dark matter, it exists. And we are the embodiment of that dark matter, melanated people. And that would be everybody, because everyone is melanated. Just some have external melanin and internal melanin. And the three types of melanin, because most people only think there's two types of melanin, and there isn't. There's three types. So y'all know. Do y'all know? Do y'all know what the melanins are? Do y'all even know? What are the melanins? Do y'all know what the melanins? Y'all should know. We've been talking about melanin for years at this point. Dr. Richard King and everybody. Y'all should know what the three melanins are in the universe. What are the three melanins? I don't see it written down, so I'm going to have to write it in 5. I'm going to have to say it in 5, 4, 3, 2. Nope. So one said light, medium, and dark. Nope. So you have, nope, protons, neutrons. No, I'm saying melanin. So you have eumelanin, starts with an E, EU, eumelanin. That's this type of melanin, the external melanin that we have on our skin. That's eumelanin. The darker melanin, is eumelanin. Then we have pheomelanin. Neuromelanin is eumelanin though. It's the darker melanin. So what you call neuromelanin is just melanin for the nervous system. That's why everyone in the world is melanated. There's no one in the world that doesn't have melanin of the nervous system or neuromelanin. So, but it's still dark melanin, which is eumelanin. They call the dark substance or the substantia nigra. That's also in the brain and shit like that, right? So that's eumelanin. Then you have the lighter melanin, which produces reds and yellows and stuff like that. That's called pheomelanin. That's how you get white women get the pink nipples and shit, all the areola and all that type of stuff. The pink, the yellows, the reds, and all that. That's pheomelanin. But then there's plant melanin. Yeah, he got it. You looked it up though, Prince. Allomelanin. Most people don't know about allomelanin. That's the one most people forget. Or they don't not forget, they just don't know about. But good job to Prince Ra Hotep L. You looked it up though, didn't you? You looked it up, man. I know you looked it up. But yes, allomelanin. Aloe vera, yeah. So allomelanin is plant melanin. That's what allomelanin is. It's melanin within plants. Because if you in here, everything with color, they call melanin. In this book right here, they call everything with color melanin. They even call salt melanin. Salt. They don't call it salt in there. They call it melanin. Salt is melanin. That's why that pink Himalayan salt, that pink salt that you get, it's colored. Real salt is colored. It's not the white shit that you buy from the store. That's when they wash it of 80 something minerals. Real salt has like 85 minerals, trace minerals in it, which makes it that color, that pink, that dark pink to almost red. And then they get it and they wash it and they turn it white to only two chemicals, sodium and chloride, because those chemicals are used to make things. 94% of the salt, the white salt they produce in the world is used to make things like tables and couches and, flashcards and all kind of shit, phones. Salt. They use salt to make all of the things that's in your house. Salt, table salt is used to make that. Only 6% of it is used to eat. So melanin is real. And so they said dark matter doesn't exist. Well, that's bullshit. It's everywhere. It's all around us. It's within us. But a lot of these melanin deficient scientists, they can't really connect like that. They don't understand it in that form. And so it's going to be a while before they really understand what dark matter truly is. But we have a head start. If you understand what melanin is, you have a head start. So just saying, that study is bullshit. So moving along, Joe Rogan in shock as a whistleblower. This is the headline. Joe Rogan in shock as a whistleblower reveals U.S. military has mastered alien anti-gravity technology. Now, this is some shit we knew or we suspected, but then a reporter who says he has a whole bunch of whistleblowers that he's ready to come out. This is the same dude who released the Twitter files. This is the one guy who released the Twitter files and told that the federal government had taken over Twitter and was suppressing everybody's First Amendment rights speech. So this same guy said he got a whole bunch of whistleblowers. He came to him and told him they've mastered anti-gravity. Basically, what we were talking about, I've said this before, how in time travel and how they use time travel, they basically distort gravity in space, right? So they'll take point A and point B, and instead of speed shooting from point A to point B, at the speed of light, they'll use a massive amount of energy to bend the gravitational field between them and pull point A and point B together, and then reposition themselves in point B. And as it goes back, they're in point B instead of point A. So that's how time travel works. Excuse me. But that's also how anti-gravity works. I'm saying that's how anti-gravity works. So they're able to distort the gravitational field through sound. Really is how they do it. So through sound, a sound vibrational wave, you can disrupt the gravity wave. There's all just waves and frequency and vibration. So gravity is just a wave or frequency of vibration, right? So if you can disrupt it or interrupt it with another vibrational frequency, then you can break gravity. Gravity is a very easy force to break. You know that because if you jump up off the ground, you can jump up off the ground. You don't stay on the ground. If you tried to jump, you would leave the ground. That means gravity is very easy to break. Now, will you come back down? Yes, but you can break gravity very easily. So a celebrity podcaster who was joined by an investigative journalist, Michael Schellenberger, who said he has spoken to insiders with direct evidence about the Pentagon's long-rumored UFO crash retrieval and reverse engineering program. That same thing Bob Lazar talked about for the last 30 goddamn years. A staple of UFO lore dating back to Roswell crash of 1947, these alleged efforts to reproduce the propulsion system of an alleged extraterrestrial spacecraft have long been linked to the U.S. Air Force's 70-year effort to crack the anti-gravity power. 70 years they've been working on this shit. You think they ain't cracked this shit in 70 years? 70 goddamn years. You think they ain't figured that shit out in 70 years? Come on, man. Of course they figured that shit out. They got all kind of shit by now they using with the force. The force. They're using with the anti-gravity force. But this is just another thing they coming at. Again, then they also said there's another whistleblower at NASA who says they contacted aliens. I didn't put that story in here, but because it was too much, it was so much of it. But there was another story about a NASA whistleblower who says they've had contact with aliens. And they just waiting to tell you. It's in, if you want to see it, it's in the Daily Mail. That dude is in the Daily, is an old guy with gray hair and glasses. He's the NASA whistleblower. He used to work for NASA. And he came out and he said, yep, NASA has had contact with extraterrestrials. He said that. So this is what I think. In the next 2 weeks, Carol Williams, thank you, said the Shawarma Fund. Appreciate you. Be swimming in shawarma this week. Swimming in shawarma. But appreciate y'all. But this lets me know they probably about to try to do something. Now, Operation Bluebeam is getting close. What happens if on November the 4th, we are hit with an alien attack? What happens when we hit with an alien attack on November the 4th, y'all? What's going to happen? Excuse me. What's going to happen if we see little green niggas flying in the sky on November the 4th? They are shutting down the election on November the 5th. Promise you that shit. If we get a big ass spaceship just hovering above the White House or some shit like that, it is a wrap. There is no election. They're going to have to do something like this. They're going to have to do something major, y'all, because Trump is winning in every goddamn state. Pretty much. Especially all the battle states. He's winning it's like 5 battle states. He's winning in 4 to 5 battle states. Crazy. And he tied in the other one. So they're going to have to do some crazy shit. Excuse me. They got to do some crazy ass shit in order to stop this election. And I think this is why they're slowly telling us and let a NASA dude come out and say, yeah, we've contacted aliens. So just get prepared, y'all. Be prepared. So moving along, last thing in science and the weird, or a couple things. Now remember last couple weeks I talked about picking your nose? You niggas know y'all be doing that. But picking your nose, for all you know, you gold digging, you nose gold diggers out there. I told you picking your nose causes dementia. Remember that? Because you can scratch something in your nose and bacteria can get in through that scratch and then seep into your brain and cause dementia. So I told you should be stop doing that shit. A lot of y'all was in here busting up because I know half of y'all be doing that shit. But then I told you, then they said the week later, they said the microplastics was causing dementia, was also helping dementia. So whole bunch of crazy shit, making your ass crazy as hell, right? So digging in your nose, the microplastics, but also they just came up with this week, there's another thing that causes dementia. Man, they got so much shit. You might have just want to do anything. So it's another thing that causes dementia this week they just found out. And you know what that thing is? Bacon. So all you bacon loving ass niggas. Now I know a bunch of people in here, y'all on some woke, the old woke, not the new woke. The conscious woke, where you don't put a lot of bullshit into your body. So I know a lot of y'all in here probably don't eat pork already, but I know a lot of y'all do. Ham sandwiches and all that shit. I know a lot of y'all in here eating porking the fuck off. Y'all are porky pigging off. That's all, folks. How many of y'all is hitting on the badia side of the game? Well, it just came out. What you say? About to cook some bacon right now. Don't do it, WD. Don't let Porky get you, man. It says bacon. So here it goes. This is a story. Adding bacon to your morning breakfast could raise your risk of dementia, experts warn. Uh-oh. In a newly presented study described as one of the most robust to date, meaning the most thorough, researchers followed over 100,000 adults. Holy shit, that's a lot of niggas. They followed over 100,000 adults for 4 decades, 40 years. This is a 40-year study. 100,000 niggas in 40 years, y'all. You can't deny this. To evaluate the link between diet and cognitive health. The team from Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston found that adults who ate at least 2 servings per week of processed red meat were 14% more likely to develop dementia compared to those who had less than 3 servings per month. But, so red meat causes you dementia too. Holy shit, y'all better stop eating that beef. See, I don't eat beef or pork. See, I knew it. But replacing that slice of bacon with 1 serving, hold on. Hold on. Oh, here it goes. But replacing that slice of bacon with 1 serving of nuts and beans was enough to slash the risk of cognitive decline by 20%. So, goddamn. No meat, white or red. Now, even though they say pork is white, it's not white. That shit is pink, which is more on the red side. That's why they called it red. So, they say, well, what up, Miss Jeannie? I know they say pork, the white, is the other white meat. Excuse me, when we talk about chicken has white meat or whatever, but it doesn't. Well, sort of. But they say pork is the other white meat. It ain't. It's red. So, all you bacon eating, you bacon and you, bacon burger eating, double bacon burgers, pigs in a blanket. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I used to love pigs in a blanket too. God damn. I used to love pigs in a blanket. I used to love that shit back when I was a kid. Boy, I'd go to the restaurant, order me some pancakes with pigs in the blanket. Come on, man. That shit was the greatest. But dementia. So, and one more thing that causes dementia that y'all got to understand. Don't let it get to you, people. Don't let it get to you. So then, I just wanted to let y'all know that anybody who's eating, y'all eating, badia, y'all need to stop because y'all gonna turn y'all crazy. So between pork, the plastic, and you digging in your nose, y'all gonna be crazy in the motherfucker. Y'all gonna be crazy as hell around here. Stop doing all of it, goddammit. So just had to let y'all know that shit is hilarious, but not hilarious. So moving along, Elon Musk and SpaceX just did the impossible and caught a rocket booster. Did y'all see that shit? As it came back down from space. Goddamn. That nigga caught a rocket booster. That's crazy. Says the cow and the comforter. Not pigs in the blanket, a cow and a comforter. Not pigs in the blanket, but cow and a comforter. That shit is hilarious. Cow and a comforter. Oh, that's funny. But this nigga Elon just caught a goddamn rocket, y'all. Did y'all see that shit? Did anybody see the video of him catching that rocket shit? That shit was crazy. No one has ever been able to do that before. They always just litter the ocean with the rocket booster. They just let it fall into the Pacific Ocean because the Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean. So there's a spot in the Pacific Ocean that got nothing but NASA discarded technology from the boosters, the rocket boosters and all that type of shit. It's just all at the bottom of the ocean. And it's crazy because, and the reason it's crazy because these launches cost billions of dollars to build the rockets and all that shit and do the launches or whatever, and they just let the shit go. Elon on the opposite side, this nigga is launching rockets so each NASA launch costs $2 billion. $2 billion for each NASA launch. At least $2 billion. That's the minimum. Elon is doing this shit for $67 million a launch, y'all. $67 million. And he's catching the rocket booster, so he don't gotta build another one. Because that's why they asked him. They said, well, why are you catching the rocket booster and just instead of letting it land in the ocean? He said, because I don't want to build another one. That's his whole reason. I don't feel like building another one, so I can just catch this one. Now, if you saw it, that shit was incredible. If you saw how he caught that shit, how that boosted, man, that shit was incredible. And the real crazy shit is they did it on the first try. That was the very first try to do this, and he did it on the first goddamn try. Now, this is the precursor to space travel because now they'll be able to launch a rocket to somewhere and bring the rocket back and land it. One rocket. Where they don't have to do this and discard that booster and then get on another rocket. No. One rocket. Go, come back, and land. That shit is crazy, which means he said now with this, Mars is in play in the next 20 years. He's going to colonize Mars within the next 20. So he's going to go there in the next 5, but he's going to colonize it in the next 20. Now, again, just like the goddamn colonizer, ain't that nigga a descendant of colonizers over in Africa? Now, who told this nigga he can go to Mars and colonize Mars? Did he ask anybody? How you know people ain't up there living on Mars, nigga? And you about to go try to take them you gonna take some of their real estate. Nobody, you didn't ask nobody on Mars, can you come and set up a crib? or a city. He wants to set up a city. He wants to build a city on Mars. But see, back to his colonizing ways. Can't get it out of his bloodstream. My daddy was a colonizer. My daddy's daddy was a colonizer. My daddy's daddy was a colonizer. My daddy was a colonizer. So I'm going to be a colonizer too. Like, nigga, no, you didn't ask nobody. Can you go colonize Mars, bitch? But I just thought that rocket shit was crazy. And he did it on the first try. But this is the thing. The California government, though, real quick, the California government, in response to Elon supporting Trump, they won't let him expand his launches. So he wants to do more launches because that one was successful. He wants to do more launches. And they said, nah, nigga. Because he was supporting Trump, this whole board, this whole launch board or whoever this, the government board, and it's funny, most of them were women. Most of the people on the board who was denying him was women. Now again, ladies, got nothing against you ladies, but since there have been more women in positions of power in America, America has been going like this. Because women run on emotion and not logic. And doesn't matter that this nigga is about to expand technology in the world with these launches. This nigga has just broken the goddamn barrier that has never been broken before. He's about to expand the world's consciousness with travel, space travel and shit like that. So he needs to do more launches. But these ladies was like, no, you support Trump. We cannot in good faith allow you to do more launches. Well, bitch, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck does my business got to do with Trump? This is two completely different things. So they won't let him launch no more. These ladies, and it was all ladies too. Like I think it was one dude on the board. This is what we mean when you have too much estrogen running shit. It becomes emotional decisions instead of logical decisions. So much so that Gavin Newsom, who hates Elon, who Elon told to go eat a dick, Elon told that nigga what do you say? He said, eat these nuts or something like that. These nuts. Or when he told him that he couldn't do political parody in California. And then he said he checked with Professor Suck on these nuts. And he said parody is legal. So he told Elon to suck, he told Gavin to suck on these nuts. No diddy. But even Gavin Newsom came out and said, I agree with Elon. He should be allowed to expand his launches. So the board who downed him, Gavin Newsom went against him. Now, I don't know if it's a coincidence that one of the main people on the board, these ladies, their last name is Newsom. I was like, that's a coincidence. That's a little coincidence right there, isn't it? That's a little. Why is one of the people on the board, the one shitting on Elon the most, their last name is Newsom? But then Newsom comes out and says, no, I agree with Elon. See, I think that might have been his family member on the board. And he don't want to seem like he planted that person in there to shit on Elon. So he has to come out publicly in favor of Elon. So this is some crazy shit. That this nigga just caught a goddamn rocket and they won't let him do more. This is the destruction of a country. When you are making decisions emotionally and not in favor of what's best of for the country. Nobody else in the world can do this shit, but they about to stop him from doing it. Now, you know, all these other governments around the world is trying to keep up or catch up with Elon. Now, the more you delay this nigga, the more you give them time to catch up. This is bullshit. So, fuck them bitches. and that was an awesome thing that Elon did. So, moving along. And the last couple things I got, let me just mention this real quick. Google is building nuclear power plants, y'all. So to power AI, they think AI is going to be so dope that AI needs nuclear power plants to build. So much when we were trying to get off of nuclear. These niggas Google have commissioned or plotted and planned. They're gonna build nuclear power plants. Yay! More of that. We need more nuclear power. We don't. We have so many ways to use power. We don't need nuclear plants, but apparently Google thinks we do. And they said they're going to be doing it, be in operation around 2030, with more to follow in 2035. So this is to me, what is it? Agenda 2030. So it was Agenda 2021, but now it's Agenda 2030. This falls in right in line. So what are they really building these nuclear plants for? That's what I want to know. I don't believe it's just for AI. I believe it is partly for AI, but I definitely believe it's for more than that. But Google becoming a nuclear power. Google is about to become its own nuclear power. There's only 5 countries in the world with nuclear power, but Google is about to be the 6th. Now tell me that's not crazy. A company being a nuclear power. A company, a corporation becoming a nuclear power. But nothing can go wrong from that. Nothing at all. Okay. So I just thought that was crazy in the motherfucker. So Google, y'all with the bullshit. As always, y'all own YouTube, so y'all always been with the bullshit. But you're really with the bullshit now. And then the last thing I got, you guys, is police stop law lessons. Trump! Your boy Trump said he is going, this is like the 4th time he quadrupled down on this, but the same day Kamala had an interview on Fox, Trump had an interview on Fox that morning. And he said that morning, yo, is somebody in here spamming this? Don't put stuff in here like 18 million times. Yo, do it once. Who is Diddy? Diddy, don't be putting 50 million things in here, 18, don't do that. So, police stop law lessons. Trump came out in that Fox interview the same day Kamala, a couple days ago, and this nigga did a whole breakdown of how police officers don't get a fair shake. Police officers, they're scared to do their jobs now because if they do their job and they make a mistake, then the whole media and everybody's on them, defund the police, and they can't do their jobs anymore. And if they do something, they let the prisoners go, and so they can't really. This nigga was on one. He was just on it. Just went on one and said, so when I get in there, they're gonna get. Excuse me. He said, when I get in there, they're gonna get immunity, full immunity. Trump says he's going to give them full immunity. So, full immunity. That's why I said, no matter who gets elected, it's going to be fuck shit all the way around. If Kamala gets elected, it's going to be fucked up for America as a whole. For sure, because she's going to sell America off to become a part of the one world government. In a communist country. Yo, Terrence Monger, appreciate you. Thank you for the 777s. Appreciate you, bro. But Trump, so she's going to sell the country off, and you're going to lose your constitutional rights that way, because to be a part of the one world government, there is no constitution. No other countries have constitutions or First Amendment rights like you have. Or when Trump gets in, he's about to take away your First Amendment rights like you have, but then Trump is about to take your Fourth Amendment right away. Unreasonable searches and seizures. He wants pat downs, and he wants full immunity for these police officers. And they love him for it. They love this nigga for it, but trying to get them immunity so they can perpetrate more terror on the citizen. Now, who are they going to perpetrate that terror on the most? You, melanated people. You think he looking for this qualified immunity, or because he already got qualified immunity, but he's looking for full immunity? Excuse me. You think he's looking for full immunity for Caucasian people getting their ass beat? They have remedies. And there's people, Caucasian people do get their asses beat by the police a lot. We've seen it. I've watched over 2,000 police stop videos, police stops. Over 2,000, like around 2,300 at this point. 2,400 police stops. That's a lot. And I've watched them at least 3 times. Not once. I've watched at least each one of those at least 3 times. And we have seen Caucasian people get their asses mangled and beat and their faces shoved into a mound of fire ants. This one lady who was picking up her kids, the cops handcuffed her and put her face into a mound of fire ants and held her face there while she got bit all up like hundreds of times and shit. So police are about popo. Let me just get that straight. Police are about popo and popo, period. Now, do they have some type of racial biases sometimes? Yep, they do. But for the most part, they're about popo. But when they do have the racial biases, who is their racial bias against? You. So when Trump is going to give these niggas full immunity, he talking about you. Because they the ones they beat our asses the most. Even though they smash on everybody, melanated people get their asses beat the most. They may kill more Caucasian people, but they beat melanated people's asses the most. So will he be able to get full qualified immunity on people? Not necessarily. See, this is what I talk about. A lot of Geminis, or Geminis, not a lot of Geminis, but Geminis, sometimes they say things and they say so much stuff that they don't really, some of the stuff they don't follow through on, or they're just being hyperbolic. So some of this is so he can get elected for sure. But can he implement full immunity for police officers? No, he cannot. See, but a lot of people are scared as shit though, because they hear him say this shit like 4 or 5 times. Actually, he said it more than that. But he says this shit all the time because he says it every time at a rally. He says it every rally he goes to. He says full immunity for police officers. So how is he able to say that? Well, he's not really able to say it. He just says it because he can. He can say it, but he can't do it. You know why? Because he's a federal officer. He's only in charge of the federal government. Police officers are under state jurisdiction. So he can't give state police officers immunity. No way he can do it. They can't even make up a law to do it federally, because they can't make up a federal law that affects the states where the states have jurisdiction. Constitution, powers left to the states. Amendment 11. If you guys, you guys need to learn your goddamn Constitution. I think it's 11. It's either 10 or 11. My bad. So one of them is lawsuits against the states. The other is rights for the states. I keep forgetting. I forgot which one. Don't at me because I've been through it so many times. It's a 10 or 11. But he can't do it because the federal government doesn't have any power or jurisdiction, mostly over states. So, and that's state police officers are state officers. They're sanctioned by the state, not the federal government. So he can't give police officers any more qualified immunity than they already have. But they do have the qualified immunity already from the Supreme Court. But it's basically for when they violate your constitutional rights in a brand new way, then they get the qualified immunity. That's a true thing. If they can violate your rights in a way nobody else has violated your rights ever before, then the police officer will get off with qualified immunity because it says it has to be a clearly established law or, close to clearly established. Like, meaning it has to have been used a few times for it to be known that a police officer can't do this. So that means if they can whoop your ass in a new way, jumping off of the top of a car, giving you a Dusty Rhodes elbow, I'm sure no cops has ever done that before. So if a cop gives you a Dusty Rhodes elbow off the top of his police car, he gonna get off of that. Yep, he's gonna get off of that. We saw a police officer chicken wing a dude If you know what a chicken wing, that's the martial arts move where you get him like, you get somebody's arm like this and you grab the elbow and you grab this part of the arm and you push it back up in here while also grabbing the elbow and pushing it up, which you can dislocate your shoulder. So the officer did that and dislocated the cop's shoulder. I mean, the citizen's shoulder. And this is fucked up. The citizen, he wasn't even doing anything wrong. He had stopped to help somebody who had got hit by a car or some shit. The dude was like dying. He stopped to help the dude, and the police officers came to try to shoo him away, and he got mad because he had been there so long trying to help out, and no cops had got there, that they started mangling him. This was a Caucasian dude too, y'all, just so y'all, in case you're wondering. Caucasian dude. They got him and chicken winged him, dislocated his shoulder and his arm, and the police officer got off because nobody had ever injured a person like that before. Chicken winged him and dislocated his arm. So because that was a brand new way, he got his ass whooped. The court said, I'm gonna let you get off on this one. You didn't know. You didn't know chicken winging somebody was against the law. How would you know that, man? How would you know grabbing somebody's arm all aggressive and twisting it and shoving it up their back and popping their shoulder out of socket? How would you know that was a wrong thing to do? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, man. You know, because I understand, brother. I understand, brother. So that's what regular qualified immunity does. Now, if somebody else came behind him and chicken winged you, then that officer would get charged. So that's how qualified immunity works. But full immunity, Trump will never be able to get that. However, he's going to try to implement some type of policies or executive orders to try to implement something like that. So again, get your ass over here. You better get in there and learn this dang law. You understand? Bam. Right here. Let me let you see that. Boom. Get in here. Get this law. Constitutional rights card. What are your rights? What will happen when the police violate your rights? Right here. Qualified immunity card, and notice they will lose that qualified immunity I just talked about. They don't get it when they knowingly violate the law. So if you inform them before they do it, then they can't claim they didn't know later. But make sure you get them on camera so then you can slide that to the judge and say, Judge, I told him before he did it. And then boom, they get no qualified immunity. You keep these in your car, you hand this to the police officers with your license, and you say, I don't answer questions, officer. And you just let them go ahead and do their investigation. You do not have to help the police officer with their investigation. That is the thing. They will try to ask you questions and get you to do all this and that. You shut up. Police officers trying to get you to incriminate yourself. And so you don't have to help them with their investigation. I don't answer questions, officer. You hand them that and boom. All right. So you get this for free by ordering this Great Book of Melanin Research hard copy. Get it. Do it now. Do it now. But get the book, hard copy, and you get everything for free. Bam. You get all of this for free. And this. You get all of these right here for free. All right. So that's Police Stop Flashcards 1 and 2. Everything you need to know how to deal with those police officers. So again, and this is the Know Your Rights Manual. This says all the laws you need to know about police officers. Well, most of them anyway. Most of the laws you need to know about police stops and traffic stops. And then how to go after police officers with this public official bonds book when they violate those rights. You go get their insurance or their bond. You go and place a claim on that, which is about $75,000. Then you can keep that while you're filing the lawsuit. So you can hit them both ways. Go get their bond, and then you file a lawsuit on the police officer when they violate your rights. And so you can let them know that you're not the one. You have what they call legal hands for the legal smoke. All right. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys for showing up today. Another over 3 hours. I got to try to get these under 3 hours. Goddamn it. Y'all be having me talking all goddamn day. But people want to learn the rights for free. Please get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Sign up. Fill out the questionnaire, send it back, and we will hit you up with a time for an interview so that you can get over here, get in here, and be part of this 1 million Johnny Cochran army that we building up over here, baby. Be a part of it now. Don't get left out and then be sitting up here, damn, I should have joined that shit a long time ago when Kevin was talking about that. Man, I just got smashed by the popo here, or this my uncle did this, or my sister did this, or my son did. Somebody you know is gonna get caught up with the popo, and you know damn well you are hearing me, and you're gonna want to know, have to have known this information. So please get over here, knowyourrightsfoundation.org, sign up, get you one of these beautiful certifications. And if you want any of these products individually, you can go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and order any of these products individually. Also, the exemption cards, the cupcake crack scene exemption cards, because who knows, they're going to keep coming out with that stuff. So those are exclusively on knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Again, so you have a qualified, the exemption, the religious exemption notice, and you also have the liability notice. These are two notices. If they try to make you get the cupcake, the crack scene, you can hand these to your employers, and get off from having to take that. So make sure you get over there to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and get that. Also, you can get these, or you can get these at realnagas.com. And don't forget the homie Timmy Tight Top. Get out there and get this weed juice right here. Make sure you hook it up. Make sure you give him a call. Tell him you heard it on realnagas.com. And call him Timmy Tight Top. He liked that too. Number 323-776-2587. Again, 323-776-2587. And tell him Kevin sent you. And tell him to hook you up with the deal. All right. So appreciate y'all for joining me today. I'm tired and I'm hungry. I'm about to get me some of this good chicken shawarma that they only cook on the weekends. They cook good chicken shawarma throughout the week, but the best is Saturday and Sunday. So I'm about to hook it up. Thank you, everybody. Thank all my moderators, especially for handling business, kicking all these dumbass, crazy laptop gangsters out of there. Appreciate y'all for that. I'm going to holler at y'all next week. Everybody hit the Cash App. Appreciate y'all, because I'm going to use your donation today. Peace.